It all like kind of stick back together.
What's up, everybody? What be going on, man? It's your boy Q, aka Uncle Quan. We are live for the last game of the 2023 NFL season. Y'all, it's almost over, man. The bullshit is almost over. Can the Panthers play spoiler here in today's game? We got the Tampa Bay Buccaneers coming into town. Tampa Bay Buccaneers are obviously trying to fight for a playoff spot. We, as the sorry team, get a chance to knock them out of the playoffs, and then it'll be up to the Saints or the Falcons to make the playoffs. Can the Panthers play spoiler, man? That's the main theme of the day, man. We've been having a tough season. It's been up and down, mostly down. But hey, if we can come out with a bang, we can knock the Bucs out of the playoffs, and then we can go into the next season, maybe have a little bit of motivation, some kind of hope for next season. But overall, y'all, this season has been trash. I'm just hoping to see some type of competitiveness today, man. I just don't want to see anything like last week. Maybe something that we saw against Green Bay. Everybody, talking about Green Bay had a bad defense, so that was the cause for success for our offensive performance. But hopefully today, man, they bring something different. Hopefully, we ain't got shit to lose, so just play, man. Air it out. Fuck it, bro. Just give them everything you got. Honestly, that's what I'm hoping to see today, man. So anyway, as always, man, I appreciate y'all pulling up. Y'all already know what to do, man. Y'all pull up on me, hit that like button. If you want to join the stream, I'll drop the link in a little bit, man. But yeah, I appreciate y'all pulling up, man. Let's go ahead and get into this thing. The game is gonna kick off. They on black folk time right now, man. It should be kicking off at any second now. All right, it's coming back on. All right, let's see who we got in the building, man. What's good, Remy? Appreciate you pulling up. He said Bryce got this. Hey, I hope so, man. I hope so. We just saw CJ Stroud. Not to compare, I'm not comparing at all. We just saw CJ Stroud ball out last night and made the playoffs. Congratulations to that young man. But I will say that's not going to be a good look for Panther Nation. Y'all know how our fans get. They're going to compare regardless. They were taking 1 and 2. So it'd be nice to see Bryce come out and do his thing, especially after that. Otherwise, y'all know how Panthers fans going to do, man. They're going to chew that man apart. They're going to chew him apart, man. But, hey, I hope he ball out or at least do the best he can. We got my man Sean in the building. Sean said we need hardball in here, man. I wouldn't be mad at hardball coming. I want Ben Johnson, but I wouldn't be mad at hardball. I wouldn't be mad. Remy said, wait, Green Bay had a bad defense. Yeah, apparently they had a bad pass defense. So everybody kept saying, like, it don't matter what Bryce did. It was just Green Bay defense, yada, yada, yada. Yeah, apparently they did have a bad defense. My guy K2 was good, man. Appreciate you pulling up as always. Y'all go ahead and hit that like button while you are in here. Oh, he said this is Fade, by the way. Okay, that's Fade. I'm sitting here reading Remy. What's good, Fade? Sean said Bryce will be fine. Doug, man, where you pull up, man? Where you at, man?
We got to be
yeah. So Eddie Pinheiro, I think Eddie Pinheiro is out.
Did he get hurt or?
Pops done pulled up. He said, do your thing. Appreciate you, Pops. Appreciate you for pulling up. Hit that like button while you are in here. My guy, Nate. What's good, Nate? Appreciate you pulling up. He said, I love nothing more than to send these fools packing and Baker with them too. Hey, facts, man. Facts. We have a chance to really spoil this game, man, for them. K2 said we're going to be good. He said, drop the link. All right, give me 1 second. I'm going to drop the link in a few. Buccaneers starting on offense at the 25. I'm not gonna do a play-by-play. This is a live reaction more so, man. I don't feel like doing a play-by-play. I'm gonna call as much plays as I can, but it's not gonna be every play. All right, so we got a pass for 7 yards. 2nd and 3 on the way. I'm about to drop the link. Okay. Be safe. Second and 3, ball goes to Mike Evans. Mike Evans, as y'all all know, is going to cook the Carolina Panthers. If you do play prize picks, I hope you took Mike Evans. Mike Evans was going for like 62, 67 yards, something like that. Mike Evans cooks us every time we play him.
Yep.
Every time we play him, he cooks us. So, hey, if y'all know what y'all doing on that prize picks, man, I hope you took him. And if not, it's not too late to take his second half stats. Also, shout out to Derek Brown. Derek Brown gets, I think, 3 more tackles. He breaks the record for interior lineman tackles. We got a run that didn't go anywhere. Good job, defense. He got like a yard off of that. He said, "Damn, Evans is so good." Yeah, Evans is good, bro. He's good, man.
As soon as that shit stop working, that's where they going. And there ain't nothing we can do about it.
But yeah, man, I hope y'all having a good little Sunday. I'm here chilling with my people. So I'm gonna be talking to them and I'm gonna be talking to y'all. So it's really just a chill Sunday, man. Watching some football, a lot of competitive games today. Got some division games all across the board. People trying to get in the playoffs, a lot of different scenarios. Baker Mayfield with hesitation. Ball is batted up by my guy, J.C. Horn. J.C. Horn on the coverage.
Snatch that shit, boy.
3rd and 9 on the way.
Snatch that shit. Quit playing with these niggas.
Y'all hear my brother in the background. He worse than me. I promise y'all. Like, y'all think I'm bad. He worse than me, bro.
Snatch that shit, nigga.
He
Put
worse
that
than me.
shit in your hands.
That's
nigga.
a bad throw, too.
You got a receiver. I want you to snatch them bitches. Them hours.
All right, y'all. Dropping the link in the chat. The link is in the chat, y'all. The link is in the chat if y'all want to pull up. Like I said, I'm chilling, y'all. Y'all pull up on me. Last game of the season, man. Let's get it. Hit that like button while you are here. We got 8 people in. Smooth, little, light, intimate chat. All right, 3rd and 9. Baker stepping up in the pocket. He finds tight end for a first down.
You see the hesitation.
That's Otter.
Step up. Step up.
I don't know why you got all this energy.
Why you giving him
I don't know
space?
why he got all this energy into this game, knowing we're going to get our ass kicked. Y'all know how this shit go. Y'all know how this shit go, man.
No.
Again, y'all pull up on me, man.
What bothers me is this DJ, Mr. Like That. Why are you giving him so much space when you don't have the body to
They in
man
zone,
him?
bro. He got to play his zone. That's just a good execution on offense.
It wasn't bad, but my thing is he looked back. There was nobody over him. He could have.
We got a handoff is stuffed. Derrick Brown. Derrick Brown. Hey, shout out to Derrick Brown, man. Derrick Brown. Hey, if you haven't voted already, get that man in the Pro Bowl for real.
Yeah, he going.
Get that man in the Pro Bowl.
He going. Cause why the fuck he ain't?
All right, 2nd and 9. Nate said JC. My guy K2 said good DJC. Yes, sir. JC Horn, man. Hey, when he's healthy, bro. When he's healthy, man. You know, that's the thing. He's not. He's not healthy.
I'm about to go wrap that nigga up in bandages.
Here we go. 2nd and 9. Ball is on the 50. Oh, I'm sorry, the 40, about the 49.
Pay attention.
Ball is in Panthers territory. Plenty of time for Baker Mayfield. Almost intercepted by Deion Jones.
Come on.
Deion Jones dropped the interception. That should have been to the crib, too.
Can we snatch one already?
Should have been to the crib.
Can we snatch one already? What's up, brother?
3rd and 9. 39 on the way. Can the Panthers get a stop?
Come on, Jones. You stepped up.
Nate
What
said, Derek.
Put your hands up, nigga.
All right, 3rd and 9 on the way. I'm tripping, man. I done started this live. I ain't got my drink with me.
Right, I'm just saying.
Tripping, bro. I'm over here naked.
That's
Empty.
That's how you stay calm.
All right, 3rd and 9. Here comes the blitz. Baker still had time. Got a wide open Mike Evans.
Jack.
He missed him.
He missed him. And Jack could have had a free one.
Mike Evans was wide open, y'all.
He had a free one.
All right, here comes 4th down. They're going to send on the punting unit.
What you want, G?
I would say good job by defense, but hey, Baker Mayfield low-key bailed us out on that one with a bad throw.
What you want, G? You want some wine?
Shit, what's over there?
You got this left of this.
All right, we got 12 in the chat, man. Make sure y'all hit that like button. Here comes Marset with a good return to the 25 off of the punt.
That's my boy. That's my boy.
K2 said, let's go, D. Good shit.
Here we go.
Yeah.
Here we go.
All right, man. Here comes this sorry-ass offense. I have very low expectations for this offense.
Yeah,
but I'm hoping they shut me up. I'm hoping they, you know what I'm saying, they get going. But low expectations. I'm not expecting too much from this offense. But again, air that bitch out. We ain't got nothing to lose, bro. Just air it out. All right, guys. I'm about to pull up my guy, my brother. Been doing this shit with me all year, man. Shout out to my brother C Dougie. About to pull him up to the stage, man. C Dougie, what's good, man?
Chilling, fam. Chilling.
C Dougie checked out the year probably about like week 10, man. He checked out. He said, "Fuck all this bullshit." He said, "Y'all got it, man."
Chilly.
What's good with you, man? What you drinking on?
I'm over here. I'm in a fantasy championship, so I am watching the Minnesota Vikings, and our new head coach, Ben Johnson from Detroit
Yes,
Lions.
sir.
I need Justin Jefferson to go off. I got him as a wide receiver right now.
Okay, shout
So
out to
that's
JJ.
that. Hey, that's why I got. And Quan has not lied. I have mentally checked out.
Facts. Hey man, speaking of fantasy championships, man, I want to shout out to our group, JPG Sports Community over there that we're running completely free. Got our own Discord, play a lot of prize picks, sleepers. You know what I'm saying? We got what's the underdog? Am I saying that right?
Underdog
Yeah,
underdog
over there. Got a lot of different player props, sports betting, parlays, and all that shit. Over there running the sports community. We just had our champions of our fantasy league, man. Shout out to our guys over there who won. Doug, you want to shout out the guys who just got their
Jeremy Johnson.
Yes, sir.
Came in first, Zay Smooth, and our lone and only female that we have in the group, Queen, won.
Yes, sir. Shout out to those.
Finished in the third. So Quan and myself, we definitely got some things moving. Like he said, we got a Discord. We're going to have different features throughout the offseason with coaching carousel, our lives. Definitely want to do some watch parties going into 2024. Yes, and you already know Quan going to be on the ground with training camp. Like I said, we got a little bit of
Charlotte
on it this year.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir, man. And that championship fantasy league, it was a cash prize. So I went and got $200. Our runner-up got $100. You know,
Correct.
Little championship. All right, game is back on. Handoff goes to Schuba Hubbard. Schuba Hubbard goes nowhere for a loss of 1 yard. Let me bring my guy K2 up, man. Shout out to K2. K2 been rocking with me as well. Shout out to K2, man.
Hey, man.
How you feeling?
Feeling good, man.
Man.
Last thing I want to see is the Bucs go to the playoffs, man.
Facts. We can knock them off today, man. We got a chance.
And then I would say this: if anybody's interested in joining JPG, definitely get at Quan. We can definitely send a link in the chat. And also, if you're interested in the league, we're going to up the ante in the entry fee, and we definitely love more people to join.
Ooh. Yes, sir. If y'all are interested, man, just hit up the chat. You can find us on Twitter as well at the Panthers Experience. Uncle Quan. You can find What's Up, Doug. We got the same handle as our YouTube names in Twitter. Right. So you can find us on Twitter, or you can just leave a comment on any videos. We're very good with reading our comments. So you want to join that sports community? It's very fun. It's very intimate. We in there every day. We in the chat every day trying to make some money or just simply talking sports, man. College, all that shit, man. We in there having a good time, man. Mark said, salute, bro. Salute to you, man. He said, what's up, Doug? My guy, Sir Lance is in there. He said, have a great Sunday, Uncle and Dougie. I appreciate you pulling us, Lance. Appreciate you pulling up, man. Shout out to you. He said, shout out to the chat as well.
Bruh, this is RPO. Look at Sullivan. Look at this.
Let's see what happened. We got a miss. Damn, Sullivan with a clean drop.
With a clean fucking drop.
Damn.
Sullivan, bro, you was going hard.
Like I said, bro, y'all gonna hear my brother in the background. I mean, he's a lot worse than me.
Oh.
Very rowdy every single play. So again, I already know what to expect. This offense.
Yeah, he invested right now.
Y'all know what's up. He said, "Damn, man, I'm going to the NC and."
He going to A&T game. A&T. Who the Aggies play? Who the Aggies play today?
Yeah, who they play, man? Is there a Blackshear Stadium? Okay, we got a Raheem Blackshear Stadium, y'all.
Right.
Okay.
He don't want to need to be switched out. Fuck Sanders. Sanders be on that bullshit.
All right, 34 on the way, y'all. What's good, Striker Blue? Appreciate you pulling up to the chat, man. We got 13 in the chat right now. Y'all go ahead and hit that like button for your boy, man. He said they play a team.
They play Townsend. I know Townsend. Yeah.
Okay. Hey, shout out to the A&T Aggies, man. Shout out to the Aggies. Here we go, 3rd and 4. Bryce Young drop back. Plenty of time.
Baby.
That's on Bryce.
That's
on Bryce. He had time, bro.
What the fuck are you doing?
My man just that's the thing with Bryce. We talk about this time after time. He's stagnant in the pocket, bro. If you can't just stay still in the same spot. You can't be in the same spot. You gotta flush. If your time is running out, you gotta speed that clock up. And that's the thing that Bryce struggles with. He stay in the same spot. That's way too easy for an NFL defender to get to you. Y'all know how fast these edge rushers are these days?
Did
Like,
you see Marset?
motherfuckers running like 4.3, 4.2s and shit. Like,
Oh.
you got to speed up your clock. You can't just stay stagnant in the pocket. That sack is on Bryce Young.
Did you see Marset? Pissed off because he was open as fuck, waiting on Bryce.
Kalen says,
waiting on Bryce.
they play it. Oh, okay. I already seen that. Scarlett Striker said, I hope we win last game. I mean, it's a lot of hope. It's a lot of hope. Mike, I appreciate you pulling up, man. What's good with you? Hope you're having a good Sunday. He says that sack was on Bryce. Yeah, I said the same thing. I mean, he's just standing there. He's standing there. Like, I mean, and that's the thing, bro. Like, Bryce Young in Alabama, we saw a lot of him, improvising. He's running around in the pocket. If the time run out, he's scrambling around, rolling out of the pocket. We're not seeing that a lot. I mean, he's stagnant. And when he does flush out of the pocket, he at least gives himself a chance to run, or you can find a receiver open by the scramble drill. But I don't know, man. It's steps in the wrong direction with Bryce Young, man. It's up and down. It's up and down, bro. But yeah, that sack was definitely on Bryce.
Quan, can I ask you a question?
I see he's tunnel vision. Let me read his last comments. Mike says Sullivan can't catch it. He said he can't catch a cold. Golly. Oh damn. Striker said I saw number 11 was wide open last week and Bryce Young didn't see him. Yeah, we seen a couple of receivers open. I don't know. He's very panicky, man. Like he'll miss wide open receivers here and there. That's gonna have to come with coaching and getting better and development, man. Shout out to Jaquan, man. Appreciate you pulling up. He said, did that ball get tipped? Because it was wobbly. I didn't see a tip ball. I didn't see it get tipped. I'm not sure. But what's up, Doug? What you had to say, man?
So I'm watching Ben Johnson. As we all know, supposedly Scott Fitter's going to get his walking papers today or tomorrow.
Literally what I was
With Quan, like I said, Quan already given since last year we wanted Ben Johnson. Outside of Ben Johnson, do you really see us keeping Evero as a D coordinator going into next year?
Yeah, I don't think we're gonna be able to snag him. I think he's gonna get hired as a head coach next year. I think somebody's gonna snag him. Usual Panthers bullshit. We're gonna let somebody slide and they're gonna succeed somewhere else. And I mean, honestly, it's just kind of a tough situation because Evero is so hot on the market. What he's been able to do with this defense and it's been banged up all season. He did a solid job in keeping us top 5 for majority of the season. So somebody definitely gonna snag him for head coach. I don't think we'll be able to keep him as a defensive coordinator here in Carolina. Would be nice. I mean, you might take a lot of convincing, a lot of money involved, but I don't know. I think it's unrealistic.
I would say this: if we get Ben Johnson, do we think Tommy Tremble can repeat the success that Sam Laporta has had in this offense?
Tommy Tremble is definitely underutilized, and I think he's a hell of an athlete. We need to use him more. And with Ben Johnson, he liked to use his tight end, so I think we'll definitely see an emergence of Tommy Tremble, man. I think he'll definitely be a dog with Ben Johnson because I feel like he'll use him in a lot of creative ways, man. You see a lot of shit with Ben Johnson that you just don't see a lot of in the league.
And I would say this, Mike Wynn definitely is alluding to the reason why I asked Quan that question. If people really look at the contract that Evero has, I do think David Temple will make it hard for another team to pull him away from us to be a head coach. Mm-hmm. So that is a good point. I'm actually glad that you broke it down. He's getting $10 million a year. Quan does have a good point as well. He's going to get an opportunity, but do you want to do what Ben Johnson did? Give me another year underneath a coach, or give me another year where I have my players and I can get possibly a blank check that Ben Johnson's about to get.
Exactly, man. I mean that's actually a good point. I didn't even look at it that way, man. So if we can get Evero, to come here for another year, like you said, what Ben Johnson did when he stayed another year for OC, and look where they at now. Hopefully, Evero can see something special in his defense and come back for another year, and we actually get an offensive mind, a young, innovative, creative offensive coordinator that can help this offense out and complement, this defense. All right, great stop by the defense on first down. Let me read some of these comments, man. Shout out to Alonzo. Appreciate you pulling up, man. He said, no coach gonna want to come here with Bryce trash ass.
Sure.
Okay. I mean, hey, it is what it is, man. That's your opinion. Your opinion is yours, man. Striker Blue says facts. Bryce need a good coach. I agree. I mean, we've seen this time after time. Like, we can't ignore it historically. We have seen rookies come here and struggle, and then they had an immediate turnaround the following year. Or sometimes it takes a quarterback a couple of years to develop. We don't know what kind of quarterback Bryce Young is going to be. It's still too early for judgment. I mean, I get a lot of you guys' frustration with Bryce. I understand it. I definitely understand it. But I'm not going to sit here and come to a conclusion just yet. I'm not going to say, like, all right, you a bust. I've made my decision. We need another quarterback. Nah, we've been going quarterback every single year. Let's develop something that we don't do. Let's develop a quarterback and let's actually build around him. And then let's see if we can get some receivers and offensive line to help him. We can really see what kind of quarterback Bryce Young is going to be. Then in like 3 years down the road, if we still seeing less progression from Bryce Young, if he's still fucking up, okay, then we can say, all right, get him the fuck up out of here. All right, well, maybe he's not our guy. But right now, it's too early. It's way too early, man. But I understand y'all frustration with Bryce Young. Baker going deep to Mike Evans, who's wide open, and he missed him. Great breakup. That was a bad throw by Baker. That ball hung in the air a lot. Way too long, man. Way too long. But Xavier Woods with the breakup. Read some more of these comments, man. Alonzo says CJ balled out last night. He did, man. I shouted out CJ earlier. I was talking to Doug about this, man. I find it frustrating as a Panthers fan, man, that CJ Stroud and Bryce Young is always going to be tied together. I mean, yeah, they were taking number 1 and number 2, but their success is always going to be, or lack thereof, it's always going to be tied to each other. So you see CJ balling out, of course, people going to automatically go and say, well, why Bryce couldn't do this? Why Bryce couldn't do this? Y'all got to understand, man, CJ is in a hell of a lot more better. I don't know if that makes sense. A lot more better. Not a lot. He's in a better situation than he is with Bryce Young in Carolina, man. I mean, if you look around him, D'Amico Ryan's your first-year head coach. He's a lot more, brilliant. He got the defensive side of the ball playing a lot better than what they used to. And their offense has protection. You watch CJ Stroud. I watched this man drop back. That motherfucker was chilling, bro. He dropped back and chilled for like a good 3, 4, 5 seconds, and he was able to get the ball off. And that's something that Bryce Young doesn't have here in Carolina. He don't have receivers. He don't have a Tank Dell, Nico Collins, and Schultz. Like, we just don't have that. And I'm not taking away from CJ Stroud. CJ Stroud is definitely balling. But, again, these situations are totally different. This is an anomaly. This is something that we are not going to see a lot of. CJ Stroud just became only the fifth quarterback in the National Football League, in the history of the National Football League, to throw for 4,000 yards. That's something you don't see a lot, which is why there's only 5 guys who threw for 4,000 yards in their first year. Shout out to CJ Stroud, but also got to understand every quarterback develops differently. Everybody got different paths. You know what I mean? So we don't know what Bryce Young's path is yet. And again, I understand y'all frustration with his first year, but again, we don't know yet, man. I just say my thing is, long story short, bro, hang in there and let's stick by him. Let's build around him. And then we can really see what kind of offense and what kind of quarterback this can be. But we got to get the right coaches in place. Got to get the right personnel. We got to get a better GM. We just got a lot of issues to fix before we can really sit here and blame a quarterback that's still young and in development. You know what I mean? But shout out to Mike Wynn. Oh, yeah, we just read that. We said ISM number 11 could be a good receiver, though. Hopefully Ben Johnson can coach him up. Yeah, man, he definitely could be utilized heavily in the offense. I think he could be like that speedy guy, depending on who is around. But I think he could be that one guy that you can use for like handoffs and shit like that. You can use him for special teams. Obviously, you can use him with a lot of motion to kind of throw off matchups. So yeah, man, I like ISM, man. I think they did a good job utilizing him late in the season, which is something we were thinking to take before. What's up?
I would say ISM can remind me, if we do get Ben Johnson, that Jameson Williams role and that Reynolds role. I'm being serious. Like, Quan's not lying when he said I checked out, but I checked out because I was looking at a coach that we can get as a head coach. And I've been watching Detroit Lions for 5 consecutive weeks.
And that's the blueprint that we got to follow, man. How they built that team and the coach that they rally around, we got to build like that, bro.
Facts.
Here we go. We're back at game time. Ball on the 20. 1st and 10. Bryce Young in an empty set. We got motion from Schuba Hubbard.
So
All right,
ball, Bryce.
nobody's open. He goes to his check down and Schuba Hubbard. Schuba Hubbard picks up about 7 from that check down. Good job by Bryce Young on his progressions right there.
That was a drop. Woods didn't touch the ball.
Don says, neither do we know how to add the talent around our team. Yeah, I mean, we get talent and we eventually trade him away, man. We got to stop the cycle in Carolina. Striker says, I want Ben Johnson because there's some Lions fans and they're popular and I don't like them. Hey, I want Ben Johnson too, bro. Mike Wynn says Trimble is a keeper. Hell yeah. I think so too, man. Schuba Hubbard with a strong run up the gut.
Look up.
Gets first down and more. That's about like a 7-yard, well, maybe like 5-6 yard carry. Don said Tommy Trimble, tight end / fullback. You know, yeah, he could. You know what I'm saying? If we were to run like an I form, I do that on Madden actually. I put him at fullback. But if we was to run like an I form, put him at fullback, let him, kind of be the lead block. I like that for Tommy. I like that type shit. Don said we should Colorado State tight end and tight end from Florida. Okay, so we should get Colorado State and Florida State.
Yeah.
Okay. Mike said Ian Thomas and Hurts gonna be playing in the AFC next year. Along
Hurts is done. Ian's gonna get dropped.
Yeah, Hurts. I had big hope for Hurts. I thought he's gonna be like a 50 catch type of tight end, but I don't know if it's the scheme. I don't know if it's just him. I don't know, man. But I don't know. But Hurts he didn't pay out.
We don't know how to use people. We don't know how to use nobody.
Dom says we make moves off of hype.
Mm-hmm.
We the hype machine in the NFL. What hype have we brought to our team though?
What hype?
We ain't really brought any hype to our team.
We the lamest out here.
I don't know, man. Charles Lemon says we got to improve our recruiting process, how we bring talent in the NFL draft. I mean, that's going to come with a new GM, bro. We got to get a new GM and a scouting team, man, honestly. Mike Wynn says Bryce can ball out when it's right out there. Man been sacked 60-plus times. I actually read a stat where he's like the second highest sack rookie of all time.
I think it's 3 away. 3 away, Quan.
3 away? Okay, 3 away from being the second highest sack.
No, from being first.
So on 3rd and 4, we go with a handoff up the middle on the shotgun.
No power run.
Type
don't
shit.
got no setup.
This is the type shit that we dealing with.
But see, Quan, let me ask you this because I know Demetrius was talking about it when we did NFL Taste. He talked about it on his show. I'm trying to figure out how Thomas Brown is the number 2 offensive coordinator that players want to play for and the play calling that he shows.
That's the thing, man. This is not the first time we've seen 3rd and 4, 3rd and 3 type shit where we hand the ball off. Yeah. And it's off a shotgun. Like that's like the most predictable play calling ever. We obviously in the shotgun, we always hand it off of the gut. It's no stretch or nothing, man. It's just no off tackle. It's up the gut. That's it. That's way too easy, man. Shout out to 28 of you guys in the chat, man. Y'all make sure I hit that like button. It's the last Panthers football Sunday. Hopefully, we're trying to be the spoilers to knock the Tampa Bay Buccaneers off of playoff contention. But with this offense, we just don't know, man. We just don't know. Let's just be real. We just don't know, man. Downstairs, obviously, it'll be a few years for Bryce. The new coach will want his quarterback. Okay. He says a couple years for Bryce. Okay. Mike Wynn says today's game equals who gives a fuck bowl. Hey, now I will say, man, I would say a lot of Falcons fans and Saints fans are definitely watching this game, hoping that we win, because if we knock Tampa Bay off,
the winner of that game,
the Saints and Falcons a chance to go to the playoffs, and it'll be the winner of that game. But if the Bucs win today, then Bucs going to the playoffs. That's just what it is. So it's all up to us to play the spoiler role of today's game. But I'm doubtful. I'm not gonna hold you. I'm doubtful, man. But I hope they prove me wrong. I really do. Alonzo says Collins is hurt. I meant Dale. Yeah, Tank Dale he's been out for the season. Yeah, I know. But even without him, man, they've been doing pretty good. They've been doing pretty good. Collins is showing that he's able to take over a game as a wide receiver. Don says we always pass on talent at our pick. Yeah, we be reaching too, man. Like, I mean, we traded back up to the 3rd round to get DJ Johnson. That type shit that we've been doing, man. Mike Wynn says we almost have $100 million in cap space this year. Tampa going to have to buy a good starting lineup.
So we can talk about that.
Okay.
Yes, we're gonna have cap space. Me personally, I think now my arrow has pivoted to retaining Derek Brown.
Absolutely.
I know
Hell
everybody
yeah.
is high on getting Brian Burns a contract. Only way that I would keep Burns if he does like a friendly 2-year deal, which I know he's not gonna do. Whoever this new GM is going to be, I really need to understand what we're about to do with Dan Morgan, because if we keep Dan Morgan as a GM, I am not going to be satisfied with that decision. I think this GM does have a couple of hard decisions, but there's also going to be a lot of restructuring done again going into the off season.
Exactly. Back to square one.
Back to square one. But see, with restructuring, that's going to give you money. Taylor Moton, a lot of people have been, crapping on the line. Taylor Moton has been very consistent, and if I'm not mistaken, he has the number one grade for tackles or offensive linemen for passing downs. Depends on what coach comes in, or they went for it, and he freaking got it. Whatever coach that comes in, you got to look at personnel on that former roster. If it's Ben Johnson, trust me, Ben Johnson is going to grab a couple of people from the Detroit Lions.
Absolutely. Hell, I'm hoping Jameson Williams is one of them, man. Can you imagine it? I mean, I know it's
Jameson
unrealistic.
is going to be hard.
I know it's going to be unrealistic, but can you imagine him reuniting with Bryce Young, man?
But I would say this, Quan, is it really unrealistic, because you can give up a draft pick for him, and I'm not talking about a second or a third.
Hey, it all depends if the Lions take it, man. I would love it, bro. I would love it. Honestly, if you can get Jameson Williams up in here with Ben Johnson,
and
then you got ISM, you know what I'm saying?
That's what I was going to say, but kind of, sort of, you got two of the same. He's short. That's
First
short.
down, we got to play fake, Baker Mayfield, roll out right, way too high for Chris Godwin. Let me read some of these comments, man. My boy Chef Thomas is in the building. He said defense fuck him up. Shout out to that defense, man. Austin Wright, another one of my guys, man. Shout out to Austin Wright for pulling up. What's good with you, baby? I hope you're having a good Sunday. K2 says, I'm gonna be at the game and I'm gonna still be active in the chat and the game, man. So okay, so you at the game. You out there at the game? Okay, at the last game, man. Hey, I hope you come out with a win so you don't waste your time out there, man.
Yeah.
Or at least some kind of competitive game, something fun to the end, like we did with Green Bay. Rock Jones says, why isn't Horn traveling with Evans? Number 13 almost cost us another 7. I don't know why Horn don't travel. I don't know. I thought he was more so one of those corners that would travel. I don't know why we don't have him traveling, but hey, ask Evero. I don't know. ISM is as fast as Fred or Ted Ginn, only with hands. Schubert for a first. Catch up with these comments. Dom says, going deep. Great coverage by J.C. Horn. Baker Mayfield tried to go deep on 1st and 15. J.C. Horn on the coverage again. He was on him like this. He was on him like this. It looked like they was damn near holding hands the way he was running beside him, bro. Shout out to J.C. Horn. Again, when healthy, the motherfucker's a dog, bro. Downstairs, we would draft. I wish I could a player that won't play. Could get a player that won't play but a few snaps, either due to lacking pickups. Okay. Faye said, why aren't they letting Bryce throw the ball? I don't know. On 3rd and 4, you gotta at least throw like a fucking some kind of mesh concept, bro. Get something underneath or something, bro. Mike Wynn says Bryce Head is in the chat. I mean, hey, they everywhere, fam. They everywhere. Oh, fumble.
Y'all niggas don't pay attention to shit.
Well, I would say this. Ben Johnson's offense is, I would say this, and let me ask the chat. I'm going to ask the chat and ask Quan this question. Do we think that if we do get Ben Johnson, that Bryce Young can be a better quarterback than Jared Goff? Yes or no?
Better than Jared Goff. Damn, that's a good ass question, Doug. That's That's a good
Reason, bro.
question.
I'm on it. I'm on it
I
watching this
think
game, man,
It
because
depends. It depends on the personnel and it depends on how we run that scheme. But I think it can be just as effective. We got a sack.
Yeah.
Sack on 3rd and 9.
Come on.
Luvu and Utah Gross
We crushing
Matos on the
dreams
sack.
today. Fuck what everybody talking about.
Yes,
so
sir.
Quan, the reason why I asked that is because this pass that Jared Goff threw before Jahmyr Gibbs ran in there for a 3-yard touchdown was beautiful. I know somebody asked us last Thursday, did we think Jared Goff deserves a contract? The way he's playing, where they needing to win this game and possibly get the number 2 seed in the NFC, Jared Goff deserves some respect. He deserves some respect.
I agree, man. Like we talked about over at What's Up, Doug. If you missed that live, by the way, go ahead and subscribe to What's Up, Doug. Catch that last live video, man. We had a hell of a panel, had a good time over there. Did Thursday takes like we usually do throughout the season. We talked about Jared Goff and does he deserve a contract? One thing I mentioned, man, a lot of people call him a game manager. There's nothing wrong with being a game manager as long as you win in a fucking game. It don't matter what kind of quarterback you are. Can you run a system and can you do what my offensive coordinator is asking you to do? Can you execute? Jared Goff has done that plus more. Look at the Detroit Lions winning 10-plus games this year, getting into the playoffs for the first time in whoever knows how long that was, man. So Jared Goff getting them to the playoffs, I mean, he's able to manage that system really well. Going back to your question, can Bryce Young run that system better?
No, not better. No, what I was saying was, can we see the same success that Goff is having? But you made a good point. You got to get the personnel. Again, somebody in the chat said we're going to have over close to 100 mil, but you got to look at the contracts that we have set up.
Yeah.
You still got Jeremy Chin out there. What are you going to do with J.C. Horn? Derek Brown, are you going to franchise tag him? It's a lot of defensive pieces that we have in question, but the defense always balls out. We never have problems on the defense. It's the offense that doesn't have the personnel and the right people on the field to flourish and balance out the defense.
And also, I add on to that, the play calling has definitely not helped them at all, man. Hasn't helped them at all. I mean, we don't play to our players' strengths. Granted, we don't really have a lot of, key players on this offense, but we just play calling like, again, you're seeing on 3rd and 4, shotgun up the gut, like that type shit. You know what I mean? So we got to be better. We got to be more creative. So I think ultimately, I would like to think that the offense would be more successful, definitely more than where we are now. So I would say it will be definitely improved with Ben Johnson. I think Bryce Young could definitely execute a system like that. I think it'd be more fit for him. And I think Ben Johnson being a young innovator is something that Bryce Young needs for his development. And I think he could run it. I think he could run that system. Don, I'm playing catch up with these chats, man. These comments. Let me see. We got Vietnam in the chat, man. Shout out to Vietnam. We got 31 in the building, man. Hey, we got 31 in the chat. Appreciate y'all pulling up, man. Hit that like button. We got the last Sunday of Panthers football. We're hoping to play spoiler role here, knocking the Tampa Bay Buccaneers out of playoff contention. Appreciate y'all pulling up to chill with me, man. We know a lot of content creators are usually live around this time, so y'all pulling up and fucking with your boy and my guy. What's up, Doug? We appreciate y'all, man. Shout out to you guys in the chat. Vietnam says we got to have the worst offense in NFL history. I don't know, but we definitely got the worst offense, man. We definitely do. He said, what's up with you, man? What's up with you, man? I hope you're having a good Sunday. Dom said, trade Burns. We should have traded him when they offered 2 first-round picks, honestly.
That's one reason why Scott Fitter is going to get fired.
Yeah.
Right there.
Yeah, and I mean, look at Burns, man. Look at Burns now. He's regressed. Hasn't had a double-digit sack season. I mean, and I watched Burns closely. A lot of people say he get double team. He's not getting double team. He's one-on-one getting strapped up, man. I've seen it a lot. He's not a game wrecker. He's not somebody that can take over a game. He's just not. He's a great complimentary piece. He's above average. I like Brian Burns, but he is not a Nick Bosa. He's not a Hassan Reddick. He's not, a TJ Watt. He's not a Max Crosby. You know what I'm saying? We need somebody like that. And if you had somebody like that on the other side of Brian Burns could then shine. And it's crazy because we have Hassan Reddick on the other side where we've seen the best of Burns, right? So, again, we should have been traded Burns. I don't know what they're going to do with him. I don't know if they're going to tag him. I don't know, man. But, again, like Doug said, we got a lot of people to pay. And Derek Brown needs to be top priority, honestly. And we got to build a defense around Derek Brown. Dom says, whoever the coach whoever the coach is, his contract has to stay. Say Tepper has to let him coach and do the. Yeah. So what Dom is saying, man, just Tepper got to keep his hands off of shit. Let the coaches be the coaches. Facts. He said, nah, at the A&T game. Oh, yeah. Okay, you did say that. You at the A&T game. Game started at 2. Yeah, have a good time out there, man. Love that HBCU energy. Bryce Young, step up in the pocket. He is, of course, sacked. My guy Twan Dunn is in the building. My guy Twan, man. What's good, Twan? Appreciate you pulling up. My guy, man. If you are not subscribed to the 704 show, man, y'all go ahead and subscribe to the 704, man. 704 Bound Show over there on YouTube, man. My boy Twan Dunn, the host. Y'all go over there, subscribe, man. Great guy. He got some hell of a he gonna piss you off with his points, but hey, that's what it's all about, man. We got different opinions all across the board, but regardless, man, these are great guys that y'all are seeing with Panthers content creators, man. Great guys all around. I got a chance to meet everybody, bro. Like from PNP, you know what I'm saying, Big Cat, Twan Dunn. I met Waves, you know what I'm saying. I done met a lot of people, man, with this content creator shit, man. It's really a lot of good people. A lot of good people, no matter what their opinions is. I mean, obviously, it's sports, so everybody gonna have opinions. Miles Sanders with a big run. Miles Sanders with a 12-yard gain. Nice run by Miles Sanders. A rare sighting. Baker walked. Oh, yeah, Baker was limping off the field on that last possession. I forgot to mention that. Rock Jones says, I continue to say hire Evero as head coach. It's a fucking no-brainer. Hey, if you can get a nice, decent offensive coordinator in here, let's do it. Let's do it, bro. Mayfield limping. That's a good question, but yes, it's 50-50, Doug. Pay Derek Brown, franchise tag Brian Burns. Bryce Young finds Tommy Tremble for a 5-yard catch. That's only the 3rd attempt by Bryce Young. Bryce Young is 2 of 3 for 12 yards. He said, pay Louvu, cut Chin, make JC contract conditional. Yeah, unfortunately, bro, I don't think Chin is going to be here next year. And it's crazy because we don't use Chin. And I was wondering why, like, is it not his scheme fit or what? Like, why are we not using Jeremy Chin? Because, like, if you look at his snap percentages from his previous years to now, drastic difference, bro. Drastic difference. I don't know why we're not using Jeremy Chin.
So I will say this, Quan. If
we let walk and he'll ball somewhere else. Go ahead, Doug.
No, I was gonna say this. You have to look at this, people. If we do retain Evero, more than likely Chin is done in Carolina. I will be shocked if we bring him back, but you also got to look at it as that is a draft trade capital that we can get. More than likely, we can possibly get a 3rd or a 4th, and I think that's pretty high because he did not really play this year. I do want to know what the Philadelphia Eagles were going to give us when they were rumored to trade Jeremy Chin to the Philadelphia Eagles. But you also have to look at the potential. I see a lot of people on Twitter yesterday were comparing Jeremy Chin to Budda Baker outside of Arizona.
I can definitely see the comparison to Budda Baker, man. Let me get back to that topic. We got a touchdown by DJ Chark. Bryce Young with the improvisation. The nigga improvised, man. He got out of the pocket. He looked like he's about to run to his left. He flicked that bitch to a wide open DJ Chark. It looked like he fumbled before he got in the end zone. I thought it was going to be a touchback. As of right now, it's ruled a touchdown. They're going to review it, of course, because it is a touchdown. They review every touchdown. Yeah. People in the chat say it might be a fumble. I think that might be a touchback, y'all.
That's a fumble by G.
Damn, that's unfortunate, bro. It might be a touchback, y'all. It was a great play. Great job by Bryce Young to flush out to his left.
I'm still happy with how they
You know what I'm saying? It was a great job by Bryce Young to flush out to his left, and he found a wide open receiver. Something that, you know what I'm saying, again, we just talked about. Flush out of the fucking pocket. Stop standing there in the pocket.
Every time he moves, though, he finds something.
Shout out to Twan Dunn. He said, shout out to Quan and Doug. If you guys aren't subscribed to these guys just yet, you're missing out. Hey, shout out to Twan, man. Shout out to Twan.
Appreciate that, man.
Appreciate you.
But we don't play.
Rock Jones said, fuck. He said it might be a fumble. NFL kid, man. Appreciate you pulling up to the chat.
That's a fumble.
He said they blew the whistle, though. I didn't see the ball touch the white line. I don't know. We're gonna find out after this commercial break, man. But hey, in the meantime, man, y'all let me know in the chat. Do y'all think it's a touchdown or do y'all think it's a touchback? I hope it's a touchdown, bro. For the sake of this damn offense, man. That would suck. That would suck bad if it's a touchback. Yeah, Thomas said it's a touchback. Mike said DJ hands don't work. Damn. He said by the white line, I mean out of bounds. I know what you mean. NFL. I'm following. Don said smash that like and subscribe. Yes, sir. We got 33 in the chat, man. 33 in the chat chilling with us today. Y'all make sure y'all hit that like button while you guys are here, man. Again, we appreciate you guys for pulling up. If you are not subscribed to my guy, What's Up, Doug, please head on over there to the channel, man. Doug, if you can do me a favor, drop your link in the chat.
Yes,
Go
sir.
ahead and subscribe to What's Up, Doug. We just did a recent NFL takes. We do it every Thursday. We've been taking a little bit of a break in the last few weeks, but we do NFL takes where we talk about the entire league, talk about the hot topics of the NFL. We just recently had a full panel over there. We had a great time. Brilliant minds on the panel. Y'all go ahead and check that out if you missed it, man. Tar Heel said he fumbled. Oh man, he fumbled. DJ said, my bad. Thomas said, DJ, what the fuck? You a bum. They calling him a bum in the chat, y'all. They calling DJ Chark a bum in the chat for fumbling. I'm fucking dead.
Damn.
But yeah, hey,
Damn.
once again, man, I appreciate y'all for pulling up to the chat, man. Hey, last live. Well, it's not gonna be the last live of the
last regular season live.
The last live game reaction, man. I got a shot of Jose left. I'm about to go ahead and take this shit to the head, man. For the sake of this game.
Ooh,
He said, "Dang, it's a touchdown." Yeah, it's a touchback. Ball is on the 20 for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Baker Mayfield going through his progressions, getting a 6-yard gain. That's literally the sum of the Panthers. That's Panthers for your ass, bro. That's the Panthers for your ass right there.
Woo,
you get a good play, potential touchdown, only for it to be a touchback, get a ball back to the Buccaneers. K2 said, damn, that's just unlucky. Yeah, man. Hey, welcome to Panthers 2023.
Hold the fuck up. Yeah, Bryce. Coach him up, man. Make that nigga hold the ball tighter. All he had to do was hold the fucking ball.
NFL need to fix these rules.
Run.
I mean, I do agree. They do need to fix some of these rules, man. But are you referring to the touchback rule, NFL kid? Like fumbling in the end zone? He said, okay, I'm assuming if you're talking about fumbling in the end zone being a touchback, he said that's a horrible rule. I mean, I can understand your perspective. I can understand it. But, I mean, it's a fair rule. I think it's fair. Like you fumble in the end zone and that shit. I mean, because it's not really any way you can recover the ball. So I mean, I get it though. I get it. Yeah. Don said, get ready for summer drama of Carolina. Oh man, this offseason gonna be crazy, especially with CJ Stroud being in the playoffs. A lot of content creators gonna take advantage of it, myself included. I'm not even gonna hold you. I'm gonna take advantage. But I'm not gonna be on no fuck shit, man. I'm not gonna bash.
In a good way, I was about to say in a good way or bad way, because you tell me you got
in a good way, man. Again, like Doug told y'all, we had a lot of shit in the works for this off season. A lot of guys that we're gonna link with, man. It's gonna be fun this off season. Last off season was fun, man. We're just gonna kick it up a notch this season. So, but yeah, it's gonna be a lot of topics to talk about this off season, man. And it's gonna be a lot of Bryce hate. It's gonna be a lot of we had a losing season because of Bryce and David Tepper fucking this franchise up. We're gonna be talking about
I will say this
and all that, man.
I will say this with David Tepper. It's like I said, it's night and day. I said this last Thursday. It's night and day with him. The good thing about it, I think he took his hands out of us looking at head coaches, and I like that. I mean, you got a whole agency that's going to help you hire a coach. And from what my understanding is, when I did research on the organization / agency that he's using, the Rams used it to get Sean McVay. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers have used it, and it's another team that has used this agency to help find coaches. So when you really look at it, nobody really thought Sean McVay would do what he was able to do coming out there going into the Rams. So for me, I think it was the smartest decision. Shout out to all the Panther. He's so sorry, man. Shout out to all the Panthers YouTubers, podcasters that say he needs a football handler. He finally has one now. He has a and Thomas. I see our guy from JPG. It's not technically a soccer one because again, I just gave you 3 NFL teams that have actually been using it. So a lot of people think the majority of it they use for soccer, but NFL teams use it as well. Yeah, that's definitely holding on branch.
That's a fact, man. That's a fact. Hey, real quick, shout out to the chat. We got 40 of y'all in the chat today, man. Again, I appreciate y'all pulling up for chilling with your boy Doug and myself, man. It's the last game of the season for the Carolina Panthers. Let me catch up with some of you guys' comments real quick, man. Mike Wynn says Panthers matching to snatch defeat from the jaws of victory since 2016. Since 2016. Then Dom responded, says Saga Part 2 coming this summer and the drama continues. Yes, sir. It's going to be a hell of an offseason, like I said, man. NFL Kid was referring to the rule. He said rule should be as if it goes out of the side of the end zone, it's down at the 1 yard line. But if it goes out to the back of the end zone, it's a touchback. Okay. In that case, man, I'm not mad at that. If it goes out, let it be at the 1. Okay, I'm not mad at that, man. I'm not mad at that at all. Fed now says any Bryce haters see that play, but he can't make any game-changing plays. That's the thing. Bryce Young is an improviser. We've seen it in Alabama, but we ain't seen him utilized as much like that in the NFL. And you wonder why. Play calling, personnel, offensive line. It's a lot you can point at, man. A lot you can point at. It's not all Bryce. I agree. I mean, yeah, you can. Damn, Thielen with a clean drop, rare sighting, man. But yeah, Bleezy said it's not all on Bryce, and I agree. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you can critique his mechanics here and there, but you got to remember this is a rookie still learning. I'm not taking that away from him, but yeah, it's a lot of issues. It's not just Bryce Young, man. We had offensive line issues, receiver separation issues. I mean, our run game is very inconsistent. We don't really have offense at all. No culture, no type of identity. And we haven't had an identity for a while now. Chuba Hubbard with some great cuts, only able to get 1 yard out of it, third down on the way. Entire season wasn't on Bryce. I agree, it wasn't. Cool Kev, man, appreciate you pulling up. He says, "See, Dougie, what's up, Uncle Quan? What's good with you, man? Hope you're having a beautiful Sunday. Appreciate you for pulling up."
Yes, sir.
Joe Knuckle, man, appreciate you pulling up as well. He said, "Why was that not a safety? He tried to bring it out of the end zone and got a tackle at the end of the zone."
Never stepped out.
See, I think they already had ruled the play dead at that point. Deshaun, shout out to Deshaun. Or Deshaun says Bryce needs to get some help at receiver. Yeah, absolutely. That's like probably one of the biggest priorities this season. We go with a screen to Tommy Tremble on 3rd and 9. Tommy Tremble is, of course, short. Screen on 3rd and 9 to a tight end. Imagine that, right? And meanwhile, Atlanta Falcons and New Orleans Saints are tied 14-14. Again, the fate of their season relies on the Panthers beating the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. If we beat the Buccaneers, the winner of that game is going to the playoffs. It's going to be between the Saints or the Falcons. But we have to handle business here. And I mean, the score is 0-0 heading to the second quarter. Best believe Saints fans and Falcon fans have their eyes on this game. Mike says Tepper is going to have to go Tepper's hands, #Tepper's hands off if he ever expects us to succeed. I agree. Doug just alluded to it, man. So hopefully it's a turnaround this offseason. Cool Kev said, just got in here and I see people praising one good play. Let's finish before we give Bryce props. Okay, man. Hey, that's what you say, man. I mean, My thing is I'm going to look at play by play. That's what I do. I look at play by play. I'm going to give praise where there's praise due, and I'm going to critique where there's critique due. I feel like that's fair with sports. Any sport, really. That's basketball, football, baseball. I'm going to critique you on what you're doing at that exact play. That's just how it should go, man. I mean, yeah, Bryce made a good play. He did. He got out of the pocket, flushed to his left, flicked his wrist to a wide open DJ Chark. It was a great play by Bryce. You also can get upset with Bryce for holding the ball earlier when we had a sack. He stood there in the pocket, got sacked. That was on Bryce. So again, critique where there's critique due, praise where there's praise due. Mike says Tepper is following PNP Rashad at Rashad's advice for to the letter. What you mean? What you mean? What Mike Will?
What did he say?
He said Tepper is following PNP advice to the letter.
Oh, I guess Rashard said something about maybe getting somebody outside to help him with the head coaching seat. I'm not sure about that.
I will say, man, hey, shout out to PNP. Me and Doug got a chance to meet them, man. We went to their event in the off season, man. Hell of a time. Great group of guys, man. Very genuine, great group of guys. So yeah, Mike Wynn is talking about his advice that he gave on his channel. Those guys got hella pull, man. They got a hell of an influence on this organization. So I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised, honestly. They actually had an interview with Steve Smith and shit like that. So they doing it big over there, bro. They doing it big. So I mean, who knows if that was the influence that Tepper went by? Who knows, man? But then again, you got a multi-billion-dollar guy, stubborn as hell. Who knows? He ain't gonna listen to nobody. Blizzo said, "Hey, man, let's get this dub."
Sure.
Let's hope. Let's hope. That's all we got is hope.
Hey, Quan, you see this comment right here?
He said, "What changes would you make on the offensive line?"
You already know mine. Do you want to go first, or you want to jump into it? You want me to jump into it?
Let me play catch up with these comments. I'm definitely gonna come back to that one. I got you.
All right.
My guy Aaron, man. Shout out to Aaron. That's our head coach for the Mallard Creek Chargers, man. Shout out to Aaron. He gave me the opportunity to be a defensive coordinator, man. I'm forever grateful for him, man. That's my brother. That's my family. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to Aaron for pulling up to the chat. He says if we can get 7 game over, honestly, because I mean defenses they holding them, bro. Defense is doing their thing. They holding them down. Run game, they can't establish a run game. So I mean, hey, we doing what we can. Baker Mayfield looking like Carolina Baker Mayfield. So we just got to do our job on defense, but offense got to do something, bro. We got to get on the board, bro. And like you said, if we get 7, that might be game, bro, because Tampa Bay ain't doing shit. Kayla says, niggas love hating on Bryce. I swear, dog, it's ridiculous. It is actually crazy, bro, like how people really bashing a rookie quarterback for not having immediate success in the system that we got lined up for him. It's crazy. It is crazy, bro. But again, like I said earlier, I understand people's frustration with him, but the judgment of Bryce Young is crazy, though. It is crazy. Baker being hurt, please help us. Oh, damn. Huge burst from their run game. He got a first down on 2nd and 6. Shuba about to pop a big one soon. I hope so, bro. I hope so.
Yeah.
I'm still looking for Bryce to work out. I mean, it's first year. It's the first year. You know what I mean? Let's continue to progress. All right, now back to your question. 803 Carolina. First of all, I appreciate you for pulling up to the chat. Great question right there, man. Doug, go ahead and take it away. What changes would you make on the offensive line?
So we've had this question throughout the whole season, really. First, before you make any changes, James Kemp will not be your O-line coach. We've been
saying that shit all season too, bro. We've been on his ass. We've been on Kemp's ass.
Before you make changes, James Kemp is not going to be your O-line coach. I wouldn't say we missed on Icky, but we placed him in the wrong position when we did draft him. Again, the year before you draft a young man named Brady Christensen who was blocking for Zach Wilson, and we know the struggles Zach Wilson's having in the league and was graded out to be the number 1 left tackle in his class. And when we moved him here, or when we drafted him here, Matt Rule was saying that, hey, he has short arms. He needs to play guard. Mind you, this man has still had short arms and still played in a non-conference schedule, but they played like the Notre Dames, the USCs, with the ties in that BYU has. So he was going against Power 5 D linemen and holding his own. So for me right there, that's the first switch. I will have Brady Christensen be our left tackle and move Ike Ekwonu to left guard. When you move Ike Ekwonu to your guard, you have one of the biggest guards in the NFL right now. Hands down. Yes, regardless of his quickness and speed, hopefully whoever we hire as an O-line coach will help him in that. But with his lateral movement, what is one of Ike's biggest strengths? He's good in the run game. So that's that. With Bozeman, I would draft another center. I'm not saying Bozeman is done.
Absolutely.
But you don't stay complacent and miss out.
Yeah.
Left tackle and left tackle and left guard, Taylor Moton is still there, but he's up there in age. Now you might have to, get somebody in undrafted free agency. Also, I will say Deontay Brown needs to get a shot. I've been screaming his name since he's been with Carolina. We've signed him, fired him, signed him, fired him. I think Deontay Brown can be a solid guard. If you look at what he did at Alabama, no pressures, no set for 4 straight years, 2-time All-American. So there are options on this roster. You just got to have the right coach to put all the pieces together.
Hey, real quick, y'all. Shout out to Derrick Brown. Derrick Brown just broke the record, y'all. He just broke the record. 100 tackles, most by a defensive lineman since 2000, y'all. Shout out to Derrick Brown, man. Shout out to Derrick Brown, bro. Hell of a defensive lineman. Again, we got to build around him. But to go back to the question about what do you change? Oh, wow. We brought a blitz on 39. And he didn't get to him, but he's short on first. Short on the first.
It's field goal,
what would I change? Obviously, just like Doug said, Campen got to be the first to go. And honestly, I mean, I agree with a lot of the things that you said, man. You move Icky to guard and see what goes. I mean, how that go. Move Christensen to left tackle. You obviously got to go pull somebody out of the draft or free agency. I would prefer free agency. Go get somebody to hold it down at the guard spots. No matter, I mean, it don't matter, brother. Maybe a right guard. I mean, obviously you need a new center. Bradley Bozeman has definitely taken steps back. So I think we need to go ahead and get some new offensive, a new center. But I mean, I wouldn't be mad at going again into the new season with Bozeman again, but at least drafting a center to at least develop behind him. I wouldn't be mad at that. So a couple of changes need to happen across the board, man. But it just
I would blame Campen as well for the reason why Austin Corbett got hurt. When Quan and I went to the Houston game, I was telling Quan Corbett doesn't need to play all snaps. He doesn't need to play all snaps. Coming off of the ACL injury, now you tear something in the same knee. How much confidence do you have in that leg anymore? I was never big in football, but I played basketball. I've turned the ankle and etc. And I know how that is. I know how that is.
Yeah, that shit. Yeah, it's hard to come back from that, man. Let me catch up with these comments once again, y'all. Yeah. I'm big on the comments now. I want to read all of y'all comments. So I'm gonna definitely if I missed any comments, man, y'all go ahead and y'all just leave y'all comments, man. But we're going back. We're gonna read all y'all comments. Cool Carol says play calling is terrible right now. So far, it's on coaching. Yeah, play calling it hasn't been very explosive. I mean, they're doing what they can, but again, going back to that 3rd and 4, that was dumb. Trying to go up the gut from the shotgun, that was dumb. Mike Wynn, he says you can handle a rookie quarterback like you can handle your new girlfriend. Gently. She don't need to see your ghetto side. Oh man, let me read it. She don't need to see your ghetto side. Rookie quarterback don't need to realize your wide receivers and O-line are trash. That's funny. That's a funny analogy, Mike.
Don't treat your new girl like that.
Dom said, fuck both Atlanta and New Orleans. Retweet, man. Fuck both of them and fuck the Bucs, man. But it's definitely fuck the Falcons. Over anything, it's fuck the Falcons. And then the Saints is like 1B, right? They 1B. Fuck the Saints too. But the Falcons, fuck them most of all. James, he said, I want my fault, Doug.
My bad.
He said, I want Thomas Brown as head coach. This play calling is he said, y'all want Thomas Brown as head coach? This play calling is ass. I mean, we're top 5 in the league with look at what we got. I mean, I think he's doing a hell of a job. Honestly, I mean, it's only but so much the defense can do if your offense steadily give the ball away to put the defense back on the field. We've been seeing this time after time throughout the season. So I think Evero has done a great job with this defense. I think he's done a great job. And if you hire him as head coach and get a competent –
No, he said Thomas Brown.
I mean, yeah, Thomas Brown. Like, you get a competent offensive coordinator in here, bro. Like, I think we could do something with that, bro. I really do. So
Quan, I don't think you understand what he's saying.
Thomas Brown.
Yeah, because you confused me with what you just said.
Hold on, I'm like, what? That's on me. Thomas Brown is head coach. Absolutely the fuck not. My bad, James. You're right, bro. Hell no. You know, I wouldn't even bring him back as OC, bro. My bad, James. I messed up the wrong nigga. Wrong nigga. My bad, bro. My bad. I definitely wouldn't bring him as head coach. Hell no, bro. Hell no. He don't deserve an interview. My bad. Cool Kev says, step on that like button when you come in the house. Hell yeah, when you got 35 in the building, man. Y'all hit that like button if you haven't already. He says, Panther Nation podcast, that's PNP for short. It's like Tepper watches them, just like how Tepper changed abruptly when Rashad was planning the march on Mint. Again, bro, they got influence, bro. They got influence over there, bro. They literally was about to have all of us fans out there marching, bro. I mean, I wasn't gonna go personally, but I think that's dope, bro. They was gonna have a march on Mint, and I mean, they canceled it because there was some other events going on. But hey, power, impact, influence, bro. They got that shit over there, bro. Shout out to Rashad and Dave over there, bro. Charles, shout out to Charles, man. He said move Icky to guard for starters. Absolutely, man. Absolutely. We just talked about that shit too. My guy Deezy's in the chat, man. Shout out to Deezy. He's in our JPG group. He said, "What's up, my guys? What's up with you, man? Hope you having a beautiful Sunday on this beautiful Sunday afternoon." 8083 Carolina says facts. Dougie, he said they chiming in on the run. Let Bryce air it out. Shaking my head. I agree. We ain't got shit to lose. Fucking air it out.
Like, what are we doing?
Fuck. Who cares if we throw 2 or 3 picks out of that? Like, fuck it, bro. Throw that bitch. Let it air out. We ain't going to the playoffs. Bryce got time. He goes to his check down. Marset drops the ball. 3rd and 8 on the way. Bullshit offense. All right.
3 and out.
House Nicholas, what's good with you, baby? He says, what's good with you guys, man? Much appreciated on all of the all-year content. Love to see the young generation taking fold, man. Keep pounding. Hey, shout out to you, man. We appreciate you for supporting us. It's all because of y'all, bro. We do this shit because of y'all. You know what I mean? We don't ask for no money. We don't ask for nothing from y'all. We ask for nothing except for y'all to show up, hit that like button, and just, hey, support us, bro. Like, and y'all have definitely showed up, bro. Since last off season, I was not expecting to hit 1,000 subscribers with this channel at all. I did this shit for fun because I go to the Panthers games often, and I understand that a lot of people are not fortunate enough to go to Panthers games. So I was like, hey, I want to vlog this shit, bro. I want y'all to see this experience with me. So again, I had no expectations with the channel getting 1,000 subscribers. It was really just for the love of the game, man. It was for the love of the game, for the love of the Panthers. And bro, it's been crazy, bro. It's been crazy to hit 1,000 subscribers last offseason. That was crazy. And we're continuing to grow, man. Actually knocking on 2,000. So yeah, man, shout out to you guys. And man, you got my guy Doug who came in later with the partnership, man. And Doug he even reached 1,000 subscribers. We literally manifested this shit, and we really locked in on this shit. And again,
yes, sir.
All because of y'all. Without y'all, this shit don't exist.
It wouldn't be possible.
This shit would not be popping like it is, man. And we appreciate y'all. Like, when I say that, like that shit come from the heart, man. We appreciate y'all. So again, House Nicholas, I appreciate you for pulling up and showing love, man. MDJ, man, in the chat, what's good with you, baby? He said agreed and good analysis by Doug. As always, bro, my man Doug be on it, bro. He be on it. Brilliant brain, bro. For real. Again, if y'all are not subscribed to Doug, please do so, man. The link is somewhere in the chat. I'm going to probably drop it again.
I drop it again.
Yeah, I appreciate you, man. Go ahead and drop that shit, man. If you're not subscribed to What's Up, Doug, you got to subscribe to What's Up, Doug, man. You have to. If you subscribed over here, you got to be subscribed over there as well. Mike Wynn said, picked up the truck play. B. Amos, what's good, B. Amos? He said Brady was good at left tackle for us. He was doing solid, bro. He was doing solid. I mean, it's unfortunately he got hurt for the season. We knew Icky was struggling as soon as he practiced 11 on 11 in August. That's a fact, though. I did see early signs, especially that first preseason game, literally the first drop back by Bryce Young in the NFL ever. In the preseason game against the Jets. I watched this live. I was there in person. This man, Bryce, dropped back. He got to complete to Adam Thielen, but he took a shot to the back. I mean, the first time this nigga dropped back, bro. First time, took a shot, and it was from Icky's side, bro. So I'm like, that's the bad sign, and that's literally been our season. Adam Thielen. Oh! JC Horn, man. JC Horn dropped the interception. JC Horn dropped the interception, man.
Missed opportunities.
We got 3 dropped interceptions, y'all. Dante was active for today's game. Derek Brown, Pro Bowl snub. Oh, shit.
We can talk about that because Cool Kev asked the question: how did Dick Grizzly didn't make the Pro Bowl? You want to jump in it, Quan?
Let's see. That's what I'm talking about.
Hold on. You said, hold on. Let me read that comment. I done lost it. Hold on.
I got you.
He said, Derek Brown, Pro Bowl snub. Yeah, man. Again, 100 tackles being the most from a defensive lineman since 2000, bro. Like, I get it. We asked. As a team, we asked. So we don't really get that much recognition. But the thing with the Pro Bowl, bro, it's a fan vote. It's fan vote. So it's all popularity. There's nobody looking at the Panthers way. They don't know what's going on in Carolina because, again, you got you just. I mean, we're 2 and what? 2 and 15.
2 and 14.
2 and 14. Yeah, like nobody looking our way. You know what I mean? So unfortunately, it's unfortunate for Derek Brown that he didn't make the Pro Bowl, man. But we know Derek Brown is that guy, and the real ones know that Derek Brown is that guy. He should have made the Pro Bowl, bro. But as long as he makes All Pro. As long as he makes All Pro, I'm good with that. That's more important than Pro Bowl for me personally.
Bro, defensive names has been
Cool Kev says how big Grizzly didn't make.
No, I was gonna back up what you said. The reason why Derek Brown is not a Pro Bowler is because of your record and the small market that we're in. We only had one what was it, 2 TV games? You had Monday night against New Orleans and you had Thursday night against Chicago. If our record was better, he definitely would be in a Pro Bowl. But again, Quan alluded to you're a 2 and 14 team. You're in a small market where they call Charlotte a small market for NFL teams, and nobody outside of Carolina is looking at him.
Facts. I mean, like you said, bro, we're a small market team. So again, we're irrelevant to the league. We're irrelevant. I mean, it sucks, as Panthers fans, obviously we following this shit every day. But if you're looking at it from the outside looking in, we're a small market team. We're losing. You know what I'm saying? So you know what I'm saying? It's bro. He said, did Derek Brown get 100? Yes, he got that 100. He broke the record, y'all. He broke the record. A lot of Carolina Panthers fans want our players to develop in a few years, not 4. Yeah, I mean, along with David Tepper, bro. David Tepper wants the results now. So if we don't have the results now, it's gonna be. I mean, you're probably gonna be up out of here. That's just, I don't know. That's just what we've been looking at in the last couple seasons, bro. And it's a lot. It's the same with Panthers fans. If they don't see you doing good now, they're gonna bash the fuck out of you. At least a lot of Panthers fans, not all of them, but a lot of Panthers fans will bash you if you don't have immediate success. Hence, Bryce Young. Bryce Young has been receiving a lot of hate from his own fans for the lack of success. And again, that's due to a lack of team success, offensively more so. Let's see. Catching up with these comments, man. What would be your first 3 positions you would draft for? That's a great question. 803 Carolina. 803 Carolina with the questions. Okay, picking the brain, man. I love it. For me personally, man, and I'm gonna pass this over to Doug. My first 3 positions, you got to prioritize offensive line. Whether that be a guard, a left tackle, a center, it doesn't matter to me. We got to rebuild this shit regardless. So you got to go O-line. I'm going to just go in general. O-line is first. Receiver is second. And then at the receiver, you need corners. You know what I mean? And we've been saying that for a minute, man. We need some corner help because obviously J.C. Horn and Dante Jackson has been struggling with health. You can also argue an edge rusher too. Obviously, you want to get an edge rusher on the other side of Burns. We talked about Burns earlier. So it could be corner or edge rusher. But again, we got a lot of issues that we got to fix. But the main 2, offensive line, receiver, and maybe corner or edge rusher with that third one. That's going to be my first top 3 positions. What about you, Doug? What's your top 3?
All right, so for me, one thing I got Quan, and I know he would get in that lab. He tells everybody he's not big in college. Don't believe that. He just doesn't watch it faithfully like I do. One thing I noticed, wide receiver class is very deep this year. So there's no rush to get a receiver. I know you had different caliber type of receivers like we just had this past year where you had the Tank Dell, you had the Jalen Hyatts, you had the Jaden Reeds, you had the Jonathan Mingos. They're different wide receivers, but I think they're in different tiers. But for me, protection for our quarterback. Again, like I alluded to before, when the question was asked about the offensive line, we have pieces on this roster, but first I need to know the philosophy and who's going to be the O-line coach to see if he wants somebody out there. But definitely it'll be O-line for me. Then with the receiver class that we have, we'll snag a receiver. But I'm going to throw one out there that people probably are not thinking about. Quan said corner. I'm not going to take the same answer. We need another linebacker. When you look at what Carolina did, we drafted linebackers every year. You drafted Brandon Smith, and now we let Brandon Smith go. You picked up Frankie Louvu, who's up for a contract now. I can't think of the one linebacker that we drafted got hurt. When you don't have a leader in the middle like a Thomas Brown, like a Luke Kuechly, you see what happens. Shaq Thompson's getting up there in age. You saw where the communication has dropped with him being the vocal leader, regardless of production. When you lose your vocal leader out there and that can be vocalized and produced, that's the reason why I think we do need another linebacker. But for me, it'll be O-line, wide receiver, and linebacker. But I will put an asterisk by corner as well.
And that's a fact, man. That is a fact. And I'm actually watching it right now on that last drive. We didn't move the ball, not a single yard. You got to give Bryce some help because, yeah, you can say what you want about Bryce. I get it. Again, I understand y'all coming at Bryce. But you also got to look at the receivers. When you drop back and you don't have anybody to go to at the top of your drop, consistently, back to back, it's hard to play quarterback like that. You got to get somebody to create some type of separation. Whether you blaming that on play calling, the route running, regardless, we don't have it, bro. Our receivers are running like fucking 5-10 yards up the field, and they are strapped up, bro. Nobody is getting fooled by these guys. Nobody is stepping up there. We don't have that guy. We just don't. Our number one receiver is a 33-year-old receiver who's intentionally supposed to be a slot. You know what I'm saying? Supposed to be a slot, nothing more. Supposed to complement a couple good guys on the perimeter. But he's our number one. You got to get him some help. And that's what we're witnessing right now. He don't have anybody to go to. Even when he flushes out of the pocket, he still don't have anybody to throw to. It's unfortunate, bro. So you got to get him some help. Just like Doug said, man, you got to start with protecting him. And then, get him some help on the perimeter, bro. Get him some speed, man. Get him some speed. Ooh! Derrick Brown going crazy. Big hit on Baker Mayfield, but Baker Mayfield stretched it out to get the first. We got a scruffle.
Yeah,
we got a scruffle. They scrapping.
They mad about that hit.
Hey, well, don't come up that middle on your shoulder like that.
That's what I'm saying. Your quarterback gonna lower his shoulder.
Fuck, nigga, like what you thought this was, bro?
Don't take that shit lightly.
Anyway, man, let me catch up with some of these comments. And again, I'm gonna read all y'all comments. Thomas says, Bryce, just throw that bitch. You bound to hit somebody. Man, we just talked about these receivers. Who he gonna hit? If they strapped up, who he gonna hit? I mean, I get it. Hey, fuck it. We ain't got nothing to lose. Throw the 50-50 ball, but that's probably gonna be a pick, and y'all gonna be mad at him for throwing a pick. It's just a lose-lose situation, man. Don said we good for stats, but play production on field sucks. What stats? What stats we good for, Don? What stats are we good for?
What stats?
Mike said guy on the L on the line. Tampa Bay is off. TB is offense. Okay. Oh, Thomas Brown is off. Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Thomas says, yo, DZ in here. We go. Yeah, so to give you guys context with that comment, man, DZ is a Ravens fan. He's a Ravens fan. They already in the playoffs, so you know what I'm saying.
I'm a Ravens fan right now for the playoffs myself.
Yeah, they sat their starters, so they didn't really give a fuck about the Steelers winning.
They didn't.
They got to rely on Jacksonville. I think Jacksonville got to lose for them to get in.
Pittsburgh, yeah, they're losing right now, 14-10.
Okay. 20 seconds left in the half. Tampa Bay is going to use their second timeout. They are in field goal range. They're going to try to score before the field goal. Cool Kev says
0-0.
Nah, it's 3-0. 3-0. Tampa Bay knocking on the door.
Okay.
Cool Kev says right now I'm hot with Chark, man. We should be up. I will admit it's not on Bryce so far. Yeah, that should have been a touchdown, bro.
I'm mad at Chark.
Yeah. He tried it. I mean, it's unfortunate, bro. Like it's, you know what I'm saying, in full speed, bro, trying to stretch the ball out. And you just, missed opportunity, bro.
Adam, I mean, dropped the ball. You know what I'm saying? We had a lot of like just simple.
803 Carolina says, "Yo, dudes, put out great content. Y'all have my support. Let's go." Hey, big love to you, man. Again, appreciate you for pulling up to the chat. We got 35 in the chat, man. Y'all make sure y'all hit that like button. Again, appreciate y'all pulling up and chilling with your guy Doug and myself. It's been a hell of a year, man. It's been a bad year, but regardless, man, we appreciate y'all. Y'all have been the focal point of this season. Y'all have been the main reason that we keep doing this shit, bro. I mean, hey, it's all up to y'all. I mean, it's on y'all, bro, while we do this shit. So we appreciate y'all. Big tackle in the backfield by Troy Hill. That's a loss of 2. Daniel Nestor, he says, you good. You got a good thing. Keep up the good work, man. Keep up the good work, man. I appreciate you, man. Appreciate you. Again, y'all are my biggest supporters, bro. I appreciate y'all. Like y'all mean the world to me, bro. For real. Cool Kev says we should have 3 interceptions already. Yeah, same thing. My brother over here screaming, man. We dropped 3 interceptions. Dropped 3. He said, "Damn it, JC. So many missed opportunities for interceptions." Yeah, man. JC missed 2 picks in the second half or the first half. JC been getting the ball though. Defense is on fire right now. Yeah, usually defense be playing. That's what I'm saying. Like, I mean, defense gonna do their shit. Their job.
Right.
NFL kid, another missed pick again. So everybody was talking about that pick. So yeah, I'm a little behind on comments. All 4 been on the same 2. Year two improve on all phases, and year 3 is the breaking point. Okay.
I like that.
I can see that happening. You know what I'm saying? Like next year, kind of like an improvement, but a building year. I can see that. JC Horn is balling. I mean, yeah, like when he's healthy, he's healthy, bro. For Doug, question for Doug: should we draft a young kicker in the later rounds to try to solve our inconsistent kicking problems, or free agency?
JC,
go ahead and take it away, Doug.
Do you see?
I wouldn't. Let me read this. Should we draft a younger kicker in the later rounds? You could draft, but you got to think a lot of kickers aren't drafted, and you can go undrafted. That's another reason why Scott Fitter should be fired, because he botched. What's Kansas City's kicker's name?
Harrison Butker. We literally drafted that man.
That's another reason why Scott Fitter should be fired, because you drafted the man and released him. And I want to say we kept Graham Gano, if I'm not mistaken. Then Graham Gano got hurt. I got fireworks behind me. To me, it just depends on who's available. House of Nicholas, if you're still here, let me know who's available, and then I'll give you an answer based off of who's available. I will try to go free agency, but if you don't get one in free agency, you can definitely draft one.
Here we go. We got Baker Mayfield on 3rd and 7, throws it out. They're going to set up for another field goal. All right, let me catch up with some more of these comments. Cool Kev says, we got to make Big Grizzly a household name. Hey, he's referring to Derek Brown. I got to get a jersey, bro. I got to
get one now, too.
We got to get that 9.5, bro. Hey, I will say, bro, pack the stadium out with them 9.5s, for real, bro. 100 tackles by interior defensive lineman. That motherfucker's up there, bro. He's him. Let's not play around with it, bro. He's him. Thomas says Big Grizzly Bear would be Pro Bowl worthy this coming year. Absolutely.
Left.
Referring back to that question, who would you what's the top 3 priorities in the draft? Thomas says O-line, linebacker, receiver. So O-line, linebacker, receivers. That's Thomas' preference. Okay. Thomas Hill, Tar Heel, Kev. Shout out to them Tar Heels, man. That's Doug's team.
Yes, sir.
He said he'll go O-line, wide receiver, and corner. Okay, I like it. I agree. I went with the same approach. NFL kid says, get that kicker on YouTube. Adam Boken, maybe get destroying. Oh, you with that hype shit, man. I don't know. I don't know much about that Adam kid, but I know Destroying, man. Destroying got his own thing going. I don't think we're gonna get him in the NFL. Mike Wynn, first three draft, O-line, receiver, DB. Agreed, man. Agreed. And again, with that DB position, it could be a wild card. If you go with the best available, whether it's a defensive back or a defensive edge rusher. Dom says when we come out like Golden State Warriors like 2015, 2004, and 902 Bulls consistently don't jump on the bandwagon. Now NFL and fair weather fans of my Carolina Panthers fans. Okay. Xavier Legette to Carolina.
And my boy, Jameer Gibbs.
Oh yeah, shout out to Jameer Gibbs. Hey, you know what? That's crazy.
I told you that was my boy.
They got Jameer Gibbs and Jamison Williams, two of the top targets for Bryce Young and Alabama in 2 different years, bro. They both are stacked on there with Detroit.
That's
Imagine that. Imagine that. Do we make a deal for Marvin Harrison? We're not getting Marvin Harrison Jr. He's gonna be like top 5 pick. We're not.
Yeah, no.
We're not
even top 3.
Yeah. I mean that. Honestly though,
right?
We can get an Ohio State receiver, Emeka Ibuka.
Okay.
He could fall to the second round. He could be
the Hey, Quan, shout out to you saying that. If you want to look at wide receivers, pay attention to the national championship game tomorrow. Washington Huskies have 3 of them. They have 3 very nice wide receivers that if we're looking to get one at number 33, I think, which is our first draft pick going into the 2024 draft, if one of those receivers are up there, I like him, but I also like Neighbors out of LSU.
Let me read some of these comments, man. But yeah, man, I mean, Emeka Ibuka, bro, he can fall. He can fall the second round. If you want to make a receiver, a move on the receiver, go. I think Emeka Ibuka is going to be there at 33. I think so. NFL Kid said almost a pick 6. Another missed opportunity. K2 said everybody smash that like button, hit that subscribe for Quan, man, for real. Hey, big love, bro.
Hey, shout out.
Big love. If you in the chat, man, you're not subscribed. What you doing, fam? What you doing, fam? Why you in here peeping in the house, man? Come on in the house. Kick your feet up.
And you can't even get in.
And goddamn, come get a drink. You know what I'm saying? Hit the notification bell so you can keep coming back. You know what I'm saying? Hey, we got content that's coming all off season, bro. I'm gonna be here. And so is my guy Doug, man. Shout out to Jamari Mayfield, man. In the chat. We got 34 in the chat, man. Make sure you hit that like button. He said that boy almost threw a pick. Chuck says Chuck has 0 concept that sometimes the receiver had to become a so he had to become a DB to prevent the INT, man.
I know you didn't see.
Yeah, that's a fact, man. Dom said when we dominate like Bulls 90s, Lakers 2000s, Golden State Warriors, watch out NFL and fake Carolina Panthers fans. I will go back to I'm a piggyback off of that. I don't know when we're gonna be good again. I don't, but I will go back in time. 2015. I've been a Panthers fan all my life. I have never seen so many bandwagon fans, bro. I'm talking about the whole city was lit. Like everybody got Panthers flags on their cars and shit. I'm talking about everywhere you go, you see Panthers flags on their cars. You got Panthers flags outside of people's houses. You know what I'm saying? You got people over here talking about, oh yeah, I go hard for my city. Shout out to them Panthers. Same people this year talking about, oh, let's go Philly or let's go 49ers. But come on, bro. I've been peeping this shit, bro. You definitely have a lot of wishy-washy fans in Carolina, but I mean, yeah, we're young. We still got to establish that, but don't be over here, you know what I'm saying, jumping on the bandwagon when we are good again, bro. You stay your ass over there. If you was with us when we was ass 2-14, you know what I'm saying, hey, this is going to feel a lot more better because we've been patient. We've been sitting here going through suffering, watching us lose. And when we win, it's going to feel so good, bro. It's going to feel so good again when we winning. And we're going to be going back talking shit like, hey, I told y'all niggas to be patient. Told y'all niggas not to doubt my quarterback. I can't wait, bro. I'm going to be on here cussing niggas out. What? I can't wait. But, again, I don't know when we're going to be good again, bro. Jamari Mayfield said, Chark bum ass fumbled in the end zone. I mean, it's unfortunate, bro. It just happened too fast, man. Shout out to West Jazz, man. Appreciate you pulling up to the chat. He says, "Go Panthers, man." Shout out to them Panthers. Last game of the season. Appreciate y'all rocking with us for the last game of the season. By the way, Tar Heel Kev says,
Malika,
wide receiver
Malika
from
Corley.
Western Kentucky, as a sleeper.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know who that is. Again, I don't follow college ball. But hey, if he can be productive,
Juan gonna be in the lab, y'all. Trust me, he about to be in that lab.
Yeah, I mean, Doug gonna put me on, man. Doug be on that college shit, bro. So like, I gotta get right with that, especially before the off season. That's usually when I start studying college players, mostly off season. Except it was different with CJ Stroud. I was watching his whole season. I was only watching Ohio State games last season because I really like Ohio State, and I thought we were so bad that we would have a chance to get a quarterback like early round. So I was really eyeballing CJ Stroud. That's why I became a fan of him. But other than that, I don't really watch a lot of college ball. I just don't. I want to change that though. I do want to get back into college ball because I used to follow that shit a lot. But Dom said, yeah, we set the tone. Those NFL grades, PPF rankings in the league. Smash that like button, yes sir. Jacksonville in the playoffs either way. They gotta win. No, they gotta win, bro.
They gotta win to win a division. If they don't win, the Houston Texans are the AFC South champs. But if they lose, they're in a lose scenario because with Pittsburgh winning last night, it helps their chances.
That's a fact. I mean, Pittsburgh, with them winning, they need to rely on Jacksonville to lose. So again, Jacksonville controls their fate, so they have to win. They got to win. Troy Hill, upper field tackle. They're talking about that Troy Hill tackle for loss. Shout out to Troy Hill. They better stop playing with Horn. Yes, sir. This offense is just so ass. Like a team can literally just score once, and that's game over. Yeah, I agree, bro. Like we don't do a good job of coming from behind, except against that Green Bay game. But yeah, you score a touchdown on the Panthers, bro. You might have won
in the second quarter. We're only gonna make a comeback.
But 808-3
drive.
808-3 says Carolina.
Oh,
do y'all plan on doing a mock draft and win? Doug, you want to do a mock draft on your channel, man?
And I haven't bought the ticket yet. So I'm doing a drum roll because I'm supposed to keep this close to chest, but you know, Quan will let you know when I'm excited about something. I'll keep most of the stuff close to chest, but I'll let it be known. I'm supposed to go into the East and West Shrine game here in Frisco. I don't know if people know what the East and West Shrine game is. That is for your outstanding seniors. I think they've allowed it for juniors now, if I'm not mistaken, to go to these games like the Senior Bowl, the Reese Senior Bowl out in Mobile. We have one here in Frisco that they moved from St. Petersburg. So I will be attending that. I think that I will be able to get my first glimpse of some of the prospects that we want to sign. So that will give me a heads up where I can be like, hey, Quan, look at this particular player, da-da-da-da-da-da-da. So we definitely can do some mock drafts. All season is going to be impactful. Like I said, Quan, I definitely got some things in store. We just got to, get the logistics parts. But if you guys want a mock draft from the Panthers experience and what's up, Doug, we definitely take care of the people, man. We just got to do a little bit of more homework, see who actually declares. You have people still declaring right now. But once everybody declares and once the East and West Shrine game kicks off, you will know exactly who's going to be able to be drafted. So I'm looking forward to it.
Yes, sir, man. Hey, shout out to Doug, man. Like you said, he's on the ground with this shit, bro. He also runs a channel, you know what I'm saying, where we talk sports, we talk college, all that shit, man. And he's also doing the vlogs experience as well. And like he just told y'all about this East West and Shrine game. He's gonna be on the ground with that shit. So again, we're doing live homework, we're doing behind the scenes homework. So again, if y'all want a mock draft, I don't usually do mock drafts, but for y'all, bro, I would definitely go out my way. I would do my research, and we would give y'all the best analysis that we can come up with as possible. And again, you got a brilliant brain, and what's up, Doug, bro? He's basically going to carry this shit. But yeah, as far as a mock draft, we can do that, bro. If y'all want a mock draft, y'all just let us know in the chat, bro. We'll definitely bring y'all that experience to y'all. Let's see. You also got the USFL.
Yeah, that
Yeah,
comes. Is it in March?
Yeah.
USFL.
Yeah, because the both of the leagues combined this year.
Okay. Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, they both combined.
At the beginning of this year.
Oh shit.
Mm-hmm.
And then
Okay,
guess
so
what,
we got
Quan?
the UFL.
The season, yeah.
Quan, guess
We
where
got
the hub is?
UFL, man.
The hub is right in Arlington, 5 miles from the house.
Oh shit.
Right. Y'all forgive me, I'm eating my wings. Chance the Fapper said, do y'all like that y'all think we signed Ben Johnson? We've been banging the table for Ben Johnson. I mean, I think we low-key got tabs on him. We got like first dibs at Ben
He
Johnson.
gonna get a blank check. The same thing that David Tepper did with Matt Rule, same thing that he did with Frank Wright. Even though I don't think Frank Wright got like a contract like we thought he was gonna get, but when he wanted Matt Rule, he basically signed a blank check. Again, it's not gonna hurt David Tepper. That's the reason why a lot of people are upset about that $300,000 fine for throwing a drink on somebody. That man is gonna write a blank check and say, from David Tepper, whatever, you fill in, pay to, and how much. It's gonna be a blank check. Quan over smacking I let it be quiet so y'all can see Quan over smacking on that chicken.
And the crazy thing is, this is my girl's wings, bro. My
Tell
girl
Sissy,
was
I
over
said,
there
hey, stop over there eating sissy food, man.
I said, hey, let me get some of them. I've been munching this shit since. She said, you can just have them, bro. Just take them. But yeah, man, shout out to y'all, bro. We got 33 in the chat, man. Make sure you hit that like button. Jamar said Baker's selling. He had a free touchdown. Yeah, Baker looking like ass. Chance the Fapper says, and also, do you think we'll fire Scott Fitter?
Yes.
He's up out of here, bro.
Yes.
Scott Fitter is not here. There's a lot of rumors floating around saying we're gonna fire him. I don't see him being here next year, next season. He's gone, bro. Shout out to Big Slim, man. Appreciate you pulling up. He said Bucker was in on the Ron and Herney area. Yeah. And honestly, we never really seen Bucker take a snap with the Carolina Panthers.
Only in the preseason, and then he got cut.
Yeah, that's it. Down said, why it seems we always get development players, but they either don't develop in Charlotte or we cut them. Why don't we get the best available?
That's your GM.
Panthers they don't develop
That's your
players,
GM.
bro. Terrence Marshall. I think Terrence Marshall is a great 50-50 ball guy. Yeah, he has injury history, but we don't use him. We don't. And I mean, y'all can disagree, y'all can rebuttal. I'm open for that, man. But I think Terrence Marshall has not been developed properly here. AJ Marshall says DB doing good. The offense need to play better second half.
Facts.
I will say, man, something we have been seeing a theme of Bryce Young showing up in the second half. Not last week, but against Atlanta and Green Bay, he has turned it up in the second half. I'm hoping it's the same thing because the thing they had in common with that was at home. Is Bryce Young more of a home baller? We're gonna find out in the second half. The second half is kicking off right now. Let's see. If we made the trade with Burns 2 seasons ago, we would be getting Drake May and Marvin Harrison Jr. It depends on if we got Bryce. If we already got Bryce, we wouldn't be getting another quarterback.
So Quan,
ahead,
hold on. Break this down where I think Dom is trying to say. If we traded Burns, I understand that you're saying we got 2 firsts. So you got to think if we traded Burns, we'd have got the Rams first last year and the Rams first this year. So with that, you have 2 first-round picks. So that's a hard question that he's asking because if we did trade Burns, I really want to know would we still have got CJ Stroud or Bryce Young?
That's a good question, bro. That's a good question.
Because when you look at it, you got 2 first-round picks, and you got 2 this year before we traded. Oh man. Hey, breaking right now, Sam Laporta looks like he's out. And if they lose Sam Laporta in that offense, that's a big loss. That's a big
loss for the playoffs, man. Big loss, bro.
But no, Dom, I appreciate that because you got the wheels turning in my head because again, that's the reason why Scott Fitter is going to be fired. You don't take advantage of that. And where people are saying, oh, well, look, Burns had double-digit sacks when he didn't play with Hassan Reddick. Or, he had 9.5 whenever he was with Hassan Reddick. But when look at it now where you're in a contract year, you don't falter. You don't, disappear. So for me, I do think we should have taken advantage of it, even though I am a fan of Burns. You got to look at the future. And now it's murky right now. You don't know what we can do with Burns.
Run on 2nd and 11. Why they not passing the ball, man? Bryce Young only has 11 attempts right now. We should draft Connor Harrell in a few years out of UNC.
No.
Backup.
No. I'm a Tar Heel fan. No. I have to see more. Even though he played good against West Virginia, that was his first game starting. No, I have to see more. We can't do that, Tar Heel Nation.
Hey, and there you go. You have it from a Tar Heel fan himself.
Dom has to be a Tar Heel. With him making that comment, he has to be a Tar Heel. He's great in elusiveness. He's a great dual threat. But again, that was his first game playing in a bowl game with Drake May declaring. So we don't really know what type of quarterback Connor Harrell is. So, we'll be able to see this offseason during spring with him going against Johnson, the transfer we got from Texas A&M. But I have to see more first. I have to see more.
Facts, man. Hey, shout out to PPP, man. That's my guy, bro. That's my guy. Appreciate you pulling up to the chat.
What's up, B?
He's at the game. He says looking bad, man. Ah, shit, man. Hey, he's out there, bro. He's in the he's in the field, bro. Oh, big burst up the middle on 3rd and 3. Schuber Hubbard gets the first down. He said,
"What type of wings you eating, Quan?"
He said, "Uncle Quan, where the wing sauce?" I'm eating honey hot wings from Chex, bro.
Okay.
Just slap right now. Y'all just saw me take that little shot of Jose. Any alcohol in my system, wings is like the perfect combination, bro. Kellen said Ben Johnson has the same age as
Yes.
That's a fact.
That's facts.
Maybe we can keep them both. Okay. 803 said, here go another question. Do y'all think Ben Johnson wants to work with Young or a quarterback of his choice? If you come here, you ain't got no choice but to work with Bryce Young.
But Quan, do you think where we were hearing the rumors that David Tepper was talking to the agent, which is legal to talk to Ben Johnson's agent, I do think that David Tepper was trying to see where, fill him out. It was a filling out process. Like, hey, how does Ben Johnson feel about Bryce? Trying to get a third wheel or, the third wheel answer from his agent, because again, whoever is going to be the head coach, they have to deal with Bryce Young. They have to.
Exactly. CJ's performance last night had me sick. Hell of a performance, bro. Hell of a performance. Schuber Hubbard with a big burst. Schuber Hubbard with a 15-yard game, man. Schuber Hubbard starting to cook. He's starting to cook, bro. He's starting to cook.
What's going on, Waves, man? Hey, I'll drop the link.
Waves.
I see you still drop the link. I got you.
Hey, if you are not subscribed to Life is Just a Wave podcast, y'all go ahead and do so, man. That's my guy over there. I just talked about him earlier. That's my guy. Great guy, man. He got his thing going on over there. Another brilliant Panthers podcast. Please go subscribe to that channel, man. That's my guy over there. He said, "Yo, let me pull up. We're gonna drop the chat. We're gonna drop the link in the chat, y'all. Anybody can pull up. So once we drop the link, y'all pull up on us. Y'all spend this last Sunday with us, man. Last Carolina Panthers football Sunday, man. Our offense has been lacking for some years compared to the defense. Yeah, consecutively. Game back on. Yeah, I'm downstairs watching the TV off. Yeah, that was a minute ago. Eating that. Trying to pull up for y'all for a second. Yeah, my bad. Well, I'm playing catch up with these comments. I'm still seeing comments from like.
I dropped the coin, but it's in there. Wait, just pull up on us, man.
He said, "Hey, somebody at the game, y'all seen PNP step back shirts? Step back shirts? Now I ain't seen that shit. I gotta check that out, man. I gotta get some merch, man. Get some merch when I can. That's the thing, bro. I love supporting like local businesses, black businesses, man. I love supporting those, man, especially when I got it. When I got it, I'm definitely gonna support, bro. So I gotta check that out. Check that out when I get a chance." He said, Big Slim know what he talking about, man. He said, "Chex wings like that." Y'all see me over here smacking on these damn wings, man. This shit's all like that, especially when you got some alcohol in the system, bro. Hey, if you're not 21, don't drink. If you're not 21, don't you be out here drinking, man. You ain't hear that shit from me. But you 21 and over, bro, get you goddamn tequila or whatever your preference is, and then get you some Chex wings, bro. That shit be slap. That shit slap. Bryce Young going deep. Woo! Woo! Bryce Young threw a fucking strike to Ian Thomas. My guy Waves in the building, man.
Waves.
Give it up for my guy Waves, man. Appreciate you.
What's up with y'all, man?
Nothing much, man. Happy New Year, man. Hope you and the fam doing good.
Brother.
Oh yeah, man. Blessings. Hey, man, I got to come on here and say one thing, man. First of all, bro, hey, hell of a show, man. Y'all doing y'all thing, man. You and Doug, I want to give, that's always, man. I rock with y'all. But man, I'm sitting here watching this game, and I'm saying to myself, how bad are the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, bro?
Bad.
They're struggling with us. They're
right.
struggling.
And the reason why I'm saying this, man, we sit here in the third quarter, early in the third, they've only managed to put up 6 points against a team that can't even get in field goal range. We can't even get in field goal range, man.
Right.
And
the crazy thing is, just now on 3rd and 12, we just ran up the gut. The Panthers fans are booing. Why are we running on 3rd and 12?
That's Thomas Brown.
Y'all giving the game away. They don't want to win.
And another thing I want to say too, man, is this. Bro, we had the number 3 overall defense coming into this game, dog.
Bro. That's crazy.
A top 3 defense coming into this game. If we had any kind of offense, we will win the fucking NFC
exactly.
South.
See, Waves, I'm actually glad you said that because I'm going to ask you a question. With the brain trust that I'm using the word that a lot of people around the league were saying, with the brain trust that we have with these offensive coaches, it really shows that either philosophy didn't work or the GM and the head coach did not get the right personnel on this team to even develop or look better than what we're producing or putting on the field right now. So do you put the blame more on the coaches or David or Scott Fitterer with the personnel that he brought in with the new coach?
Well, I mean, man, to answer that question, man, it's a collective. Like we've made so many bad decisions as a collective, from ownership to GM to coaches, and even personnel. It's a collective reason, man, why we sitting here right now 2-15. You know what I'm saying? Because we're not gonna win this game today, y'all. I'm just gonna keep it real, man. Like, and I hate that I'm at this point, man, where like I'm saying that, bro, we can't even win a 6-0 game. but the reality of it is, man, is that this offense is not set up, man, for us to have any type of success whatsoever, bro. If you look at what we're doing right here on offense. Now, DJ Shark had a touchdown. I blame that 100% on DJ Shark. Like, you got to hold on to the ball, bro, when you crossing the plane. Bryce made a good play. You trying to dive and do all that shit and lost the damn ball, man. Like, that was a big play. And honestly, that could have changed the momentum of the game. But to answer your question, man, in truth, man, it's a collective of everything, man. It's bad decisions at the top. Mm-hmm. And that led to a bad GM, which now I'm saying it. Scott Fitterer is not a good GM, and I'm glad that he's going to get fired, because when you look at all the decisions that he's made, none of them have panned out. Like they really haven't. None of the decisions that Scott Fitterer has made, when you're talking about how bad we've done in the draft, when you talk about the free agents that he's brought in and the decisions to make trades for certain players, DJ Moore should still be a Carolina Panther.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. And it's a little bit, just a feed on your point, where it's like, that's the same thing I've been saying all year. I mean, a lot of people are going to blame solely our rookie quarterback Bryce Young for our lack of success this year. But like you said, you got to look at it as a collective. You got to build a team, and we have not done that, man. Our offensive line has been poor all season. Our receivers have been struggling with separation. Our GM is struggling with personnel, and I mean, you got play calling. You know what I'm saying? You're looking at play calling running on 3rd and 12, like that type shit. It's a collective everywhere. We've been bad not just with the quarterback position, but everywhere. And even the quarterback, he's learning, bro. He's in development. He's doing what he can with this offense. You can't do much with it. You don't have a that good of a run game. You got a complimentary back. That's like a number one back right now. You got a 33-year-old receiver. That's a number one receiver right now, who's usually like a slot guy. So
I'll tell you this though, fellas. I'm gonna tell you this. We don't have nowhere to go but from here.
You can't get any worse than this.
You can't. This has been the worst season in Carolina Panthers history
ever.
And I know people say the 1-17 season, but when you look at everything that has happened this year, this season was worse than that season.
We ain't even got our first pick, man.
You know, so the bright side, fellas, though, like, because now that the season's over, man, I'm done talking about the X's and O's of the game, right? Because the regular season to me is this season is over with, you know. But the bright side is this. Carolina is when Ben Johnson comes here, because Ben Johnson is going to be the coach.
Wait, that's the game I'm watching now. I've been watching.
Ben Johnson is going to be the coach.
4 weeks.
Hands down. They already said that the interest is mutual on both sides. You know, Tepper's going to pay him the band. I heard one of y'all say that him and Evero have the same, agent. So Evero may stick around, which I really hope that he does. But when Ben Johnson comes here, you're going to see a shift. Not only because I honestly think that Ben Johnson is going to choose the next GM as well, right? I think he's going to choose the next GM. I think that when they hire him, he's going to work with Tepper to choose the next GM. And it possibly could be somebody from their Detroit office. We don't know.
It is the assistant GM. Him and the assistant GM are really close ways.
So we're about to see, I'm telling Panther fans, and I'm going to say this shit on my live when I go live later on, but you're about to see it's not going to be too many more losing seasons here in Carolina. It's not, man. And I'm going to tell you why, because I'm going to tell you, it's not going to be too many more losing seasons because it's about to be a culture shift this offseason. Everybody said last offseason was our most important offseason. This offseason is our most important offseason for the Carolina Panthers, bro. Like, we have no choice but to get it right. No choice. You cannot get any worse than what you've done this year. You can't, man. You know, even though we don't got the first round pick, we got literally the first round pick of the second round. Maybe the new GM finds a way to work some magic to get back in the first round this year. You get what I'm saying? I don't know if you trade a future first in your second round, maybe to get back in the top 10, or I don't know what you do to get back in the first round. But even if you stay put at 2, you got to get your quarterback a weapon. You got to build up that offensive line. Carolina sitting on 40 plus mil. That's what they said. 41, 42 million of cap space this offseason.
Correct.
You got to go get some of the top offensive linemen out there in free agency, man. You cannot go into this upcoming year with this team in the same place that it is right now.
Well, Waves, let me ask you this. Do you agree, and Quan too, do you agree that the rumors have been coming out that Scott Fitter is going to be fired, but Dan Morgan is going to stay around?
Why?
That's the question I'm trying to
I don't understand why you keep, personally, why would you keep anything from this old era?
Exactly.
You're trying to get rid of this.
That's the same thing I'm trying to figure out. Why Dan Morgan? Because it's rumored that Scott's going to be either fired today or tomorrow, but Dan Morgan's going to be still here for day-to-day, I guess, into the transition. But even when that new GM comes, Dan Morgan does not need to have a job. He does not need to be the assistant GM.
And as a fact, man, going back to Wade's point, bro, you gotta just build from scratch, bro. You can't get any worse than what we were this season. You can't. You got to get a new GM. Obviously, it's been a lot of rumors floating around saying that Scott Fitter is out of here. And why would you keep Scott Fitter? Why? We literally been paying guys for years, even after their release. So, again, you got you had him reaching in the late rounds of the draft and missing with these draft picks. signing free agencies that we barely use, like like Miles Sanders. Miles Sanders was a bust in the free agent. DJ Chark, I mean, he's in. You know what I'm saying? So like, we got to get a new GM in here to really build this personnel the right way. Stop looking for immediate fixes and actually build. Get somebody to develop chemistry with Bryce Young. If this is going to be your franchise quarterback, you already traded a lot of assets to get him. So now you have to build around him. And hey, Bryce Young got those flashes. He can be a franchise quarterback, and I think he can be top 10 in this league in the future. But you got to build around him. It's about the system that you put in place for him. And I think, again, we need that GM that's not going to be a puppet to David Tepper, but actually going to really run this shit and really do this shit the right way, man.
I will say this. I see some of the comments people are saying keep Thielen. Thielen is not going anywhere, but what I would do, I would try to see if somebody can pick up Miles Sanders. Chuba Hubbard should be RB1 going into next year. No questions asked. Regardless, if we do sign Ben Johnson, which uses two different type of running backs in his system, does that mean draft somebody? I don't know, but I think Miles Sanders, what he's shown us, I think the contract was a waste, and I think he really was on this team because of Deuce Staley. If you're talking about off-season acquisitions, I think we'll get a medical. I forgot what's called a medical salary cap with Hayden Hurst. We'll get money back because he'll be on the physical unable to perform list, and don't re-sign Ian Thomas. So I mean,
I don't know why he got a contract to begin with. Ian Thomas should have been up out of here.
So you're gonna get ways to get some more free money, man. But again, like I said, I think the number one question for me is, what are we going to do with Brian Burns? Are we going to try to transition it, or what exactly are we going to try to do?
Yeah, man. Me personally, I think the ship has sailed. You had opportunities to trade Brian Burns.
And Wade, you're one of the first people that was saying that we need to trade him. I remember you're one of the first.
I've been an advocate of trading him, for over a season now.
Yeah.
And I can tell you guys, I think the train has sailed on potentially trading him, because you got to think about something. When the Rams offered 2 first-round picks last season for him, the Panthers should have pulled the trigger then, and they missed out. And then you had another opportunity to trade for him again, because there were several teams that called about him at this past trade deadline, and you decided to keep him, on the roster. So now his stock has gone down because he's only going to be finishing the season with 7 sacks, right? So, and that would only mean that Brian Burns has only had 1 season that he's been over 10 sacks since he's been in the NFL.
Facts.
He's an above average edge rusher.
Right. So now you're trying to convince a team to give up draft picks, and they're going to have to pay him big money when they trade for him. So there's no way that right now, if you could trade for Brian Burns, you're probably not going to get what you've already been offered for him. You're probably not going to get that. And you're talking about trying to convince a team to not only give up draft assets to get him, but sign him to a long-term extension. So at this particular point in time, I don't know if Brian Burns is going to get traded. I honestly see a situation where the new regime comes in. If they can't work out a reasonable deal with him, they're probably going to franchise tag him for a year.
But the franchise tag, isn't it $19 million?
Yeah, $19 million for 1 season, which that's probably going to be cheaper than what he's going to want, per year on a because the Panthers are going to have to pay him big money, man, to stay here in Carolina. Like he's not. It's not even just about getting Brian Burns signed to a long-term deal. I don't even think Brian Burns wants to be here because he's tired of being a part of a losing organization.
Correct.
You know what I'm saying? So you're gonna have to come out the pocket and pay this man north of $20 million a year just for him to stay. And so I think the Panthers have fucked up with that situation. That's another reason why Scott Fitterer should be fired, because you missed out on the opportunity. Because right now we wouldn't be talking about, hey, do we got a first-round pick in this upcoming draft if you would have pulled the trigger on
should have been there
last year. So honestly, man, I see a situation where Brian Burns is probably going to be here next season. I hate to say that, but I mean, because the Carolina has missed their opportunity to get rid of him.
I agree, man. And like you already alluded to it, man, his stock has definitely gone down. You missed that opportunity. Nobody's going to trade, first round picks for Brian Burns when he only had one season of over 10 sacks. You know what I mean? So,
yeah.
I don't know, man. I think we missed out on that opportunity. And now, again, we back at square one, kicking ourselves in the foot, per usual.
Yeah, so I mean, you're gonna pretty much either gonna have to pay him or franchise tag him at this point. And listen, Brian Burns is like you said, he's an above average, defensive end. But to me, he's not in that top, that top 5 category. To me, he's really probably about the 7th or 8th best defensive end in the league. And he's going to want to get paid like a top 3 DN because the NFL is all about, resetting the market. So,
correct.
I think
he's kind of produced to get that.
That's the thing. We was talking about it earlier, man. We was saying like he's not no Nick Bosa, no TJ Watt, no Max Crosby. Somebody who can completely take over the game and somebody you really got a game plan for. He's not that. I mean, he's above average, like we just talked about, but he's never a threat. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people say he get double teamed. I'm watching him on the screen and even in person. I'm seeing him one-on-one struggling with getting off the block. So again, how much do you pay this guy? I don't think you give him $30 million. I really don't. I mean, if anything, maybe like about
24.
24.
But they were trying to give him 24.
So again, bro. So it's just, I don't know, man. I don't know what to do with Burns, but like Wade said, he might be here next year, which I'm on board for. I like Burns, but you got to get somebody on the other side. And we already had somebody, and we let him walk. We let Weird walk, man.
Yeah, and I honestly letting him walk, man, to not get anything, for him, that could be probably the worst decision, man, that the Panthers have ever done.
I agree. Man,
so,
you watching him ball out somewhere else.
Right.
Man. Lizzo said he makes no impact. In fact, he's not an impact player. I don't really think he is. He's good, but he's not an impact player. He's not going to take over no game. Down said the Panthers keep getting fleeced by NFL teams.
Yeah,
man. Marshall says Panthers got to stop running on third downs and got to pass. Did it 2 straight times, man. Fans are booing. Yeah, I agree. I don't know. It's real weird. I don't know why we running on third down up the gut, and it's the same shit. Not even being creative with our run game. It's just straight up the gut out of shotgun or with a single back. It's dumb shit.
It's Thomas Brown, man. And again, that's why honestly, man, I'm not keeping anybody from this entire staff.
Exactly.
So I'm not keeping anybody from this entire staff. I will. Me personally, I'm getting rid of everybody. Evero, I know he's probably going to get some head coaching interviews just because of the phenomenal job that he's done with the defense this year, considering how bad the offense has been, and considering the fact that he got head coaching opportunities last off season. So I'm pretty sure he's going to get some opportunities to interview for some head coaching jobs. Will he get them? I'm not sure, but he definitely going to get it because think about it, man. With the injuries that we had to the defense this year, Shaq Thompson being out, J.C. Horn
been suffering.
Yeah, missing majority of the season. A lot of injuries and bro, for us to have a top 5 unit with how bad the offense has been and the defense is constantly staying on the field, that's a testament to, man, how good of the Saints is beating the Falcons' ass now.
Yeah, they are
good.
Yeah, they beating their ass now, man.
But yeah, hey, I agree though, man. I was saying the same thing earlier. Like you got a banged up defense all year, and we managed to stay top 5. That's impressive as hell.
But
you don't really see that a lot.
But no, I mean to even back up Waves and Q, y'all have to look at it. That's one thing where I'm glad David Semper did right by the coaches because he's getting $10 million just to be a DC. And we alluded to this question earlier, Ways, where somebody asked about Evero. And I said, I really don't think Evero will go anywhere because I think he's going to do the same as that thing that Ben Johnson did. And he's going to stay at least one more year and then put his name out there or actually accept a head coaching job. But even if he does that, that helps Carolina because we get a second round pick if he does stay for 2 years. And that's what I'm really hoping that, helps us in the long run as well. If he stays one more year and then gets promoted up, getting that HC job, that helps us in the long run with drafting.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with that. I could see him potentially doing something like that, but I think it's all going to depend on, who's the GM they're going to bring in. Obviously, if Ben Johnson is, the guy. So, if that happens, man, I could see a situation where he does decide to stay. Ben. But I also want the decision to come from Ben Johnson. I don't want it to be no situation where it's like, well, Tepper is forcing Evero to be a part of Ben Johnson. If Ben Johnson wants Evero to be his defensive coordinator, then he stays. But if not, man, you got to allow him to bring in whoever he wants to be as the coordinator on defense side of the ball and on special teams or whatever. Because I think you got to get rid of. I think, man, we missed the field goal, man. We're just
it's just
we're the epitome of the word garbage, bro.
Garbage as hell, bro. I mean, it's sad to watch. Like, we really sitting here and watching a horrible football team. I mean, not just NFL, but like a football team as a whole. But like, we can't get shit right. We fumbling in the end zone and missing field goals. It's just, we giving this game away to Tampa Bay, who's only scored 6 points off of 2 field goals, no touchdowns. We're hanging in the we're literally. I'm over it, man. I'm over it. Like, I came in with low expectations, especially from the offense. So I'm not surprised. I mean, I'm not gonna say I'm disappointed either, but it's what we watching, bro. This is what we watching. This is what we got to work with. But this all season, man, a lot of shit got to change, man. Shout out to Dom. He said we need new training and conditioning staff. Honestly, I don't know what's been going on with our staff, but these injuries that's been going on for these past couple of years is bad, especially this year. But we've been dealing with injuries since the training camp, like season-ending injuries. I mean, it's just been bad all around.
Probably nutritionists. We probably need nutritionists out there.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I ain't even gonna lie, fellas. This training staff has been bad. That's why I said, it's been a. I mean, guys, that's why I said get rid of everything. Don't just fire the head coach and fire the GM. Get rid of the lunch ladies. Get rid of the people that's feeding the players, man. Get rid of everybody. We need new everything. Like, literally.
Honestly, and I was telling Doug earlier, bro, we really got to follow the blueprint of what the Detroit Lions did. They built this shit patiently.
Detroit,
they got their coach. And, they wasn't shit the first year, but they still had something to build off of. We ain't even had that this year. So we got to really build this shit from scratch. We got to do this shit the right way, and we got to take our time with it, bro. And real quick, man, we got 43 in the chat, man. Y'all make sure y'all hit that like button. We got my guy, What's Up, Doug, on the panel. If you are not subscribed to What's Up, Doug, go ahead and do that for me, man. We also got another content creator in the building at What Life Is Just a Wave podcast. My guy, Waves. Great friend of mine, man. I actually had a chance to do a show on his show as well. Put up on his show a couple of times, man. Great guy, brilliant minds. Y'all go ahead and subscribe to these guys, man. If y'all could do me a favor and put y'all link in the chat so they can subscribe to y'all, definitely would love to have our subscribers to subscribe to you guys, man.
Hey, warning, before you subscribe, I talk shit about the Panthers.
Hey, honestly, man, that's what I was telling you earlier. It's a lot of different minds, a lot of different people, a lot of different shit, bro. But hey, what has this team showed us that we need to praise? What are we praising? What are we praising?
And I'm gonna cut their ass up today.
Talk that shit and eat them up.
Hey, man, look, hey, Quan, I'm gonna tell you, man. When you remember, bro, when we was down there at training camp.
Yep.
And I don't know how the hell me and you didn't run into each other down there, man. We was literally down there.
Man, I don't know how I missed you down there.
Bro, you remember it was a conversation we was having, bro, and we was talking about, man, just the excitement for this season, that we could feel it around the team. You could feel it. I literally bought my Bryce Young jersey at training camp, bro. Like, while I was there, that's how hype I was about the season, man. But I can tell y'all something, man. Like, I'm almost at a peace with this season closing out today, bro, because I know two things for sure, man. one, it can't get any worse than what we saw this year, right? Like that's number one. And I know that sounds cliche as hell, but it really cannot get any worse, bro. Like like to be 2-15. I don't see that happening again. So I mean, any improvement next season, even if we only win 5 games or 6 games or whatever, because it's going to take a couple off seasons to build this team. I don't think that this team is going to get built in one off season. It's not, and I don't think Panther fans, even if Ben Johnson is our coach, and I'm saying it right now, so y'all can timestamp this. Even if you bring in Ben Johnson, a great GM, it's still going to take time to build this team up to what we deserve to see as fans.
That's a fact, Waves. That's a fact. And that's the thing. We got to be patient. And that's the thing that a lot of us Panthers fans lack, patience. Especially our owner. Our owner lacks patience. But like you said, man, you bring Ben Johnson in or whoever, it's still going to take time. Don't expect no immediate success the following year. You know what I'm saying? It's still a new staff. You still got to build regime. You still got to build chemistry. You still got to learn the ins and outs of the organization. So it's not going to be an immediate success, man. That type shit only rarely happens. It's an anomaly. Like you got D'Amico Ryans over there with Houston Texans. That don't happen. That just don't happen. So,
and I want to say something about that too, because I know it's a lot of Panther fans out here, man, that saw CJ Stroud last night, and I watched it too. You know, and he looked amazing. But let me be clear about that, because I want a lot of fans to understand this. CJ Stroud went to a 10 times better situation than what Bryce Young came into Carolina.
Exactly. Way better situation.
He came into a way better situation. You know, I'm going to tell you why? Because the Texans have done well in the draft for the last 3 years. It wasn't just this year. If you remember, last year they drafted Derek Stingley. They got Mechie, 2 first-round picks. They literally had 2 first-round picks in the last 2 drafts, right? That team has been slowly built up over the last couple of seasons. You remember they made the trade for Laramie Tunsil. They did a lot of different things. Last year, Antonio Pierce, even though Singletary stepped up for them this year, Antonio Pierce was a 1,000-yard rusher last season. So he went in. On top of that, D'Amico Ryans was a good hire as a coach. That was another thing. The culture there, you can see, I don't know if y'all saw the locker room thing after that game from when they won, but you can see the culture that's there, bro.
Facts.
Like it's there.
Exactly.
So I promise you this. After today's game, they just said it, bro. After today's game, Bryce Young is the most sacked quarterback in the NFL after today's game, bro.
I told you,
he's the second most by any rookie in the NFL in history.
In history, right? So you mean to tell me if CJ Stroud played behind this offensive line?
Oh yeah, he'll get his ass.
He would be balling the way that he balling.
Exactly.
And what wide receiver do we have on our team that's close to Nico Collins' play right now?
Or even Tank Dell?
None.
Nothing.
So for Panther fans that's out here keep saying we made the wrong decision, and maybe in the long run we'll really find out that we did. But for right now, you cannot judge Bryce Young's play off of what he's currently been surrounded with in the situation he's been in this season. I can't do it. It's not fair.
And that's the same thing I was saying earlier, Ways. We were saying the exact same thing. Like, you comparing their success or lack thereof, this is a totally different situation. You know what I mean? It's an anomaly. Like, you put CJ Stroud in the exact same position that Bryce Young is in, he's going to be sacked just as much. He's not going to be able to get the ball off. You literally look at the film. The reason why, you know what I'm saying, we standing back waiting on somebody to get open, nobody's getting open. Everybody's strapped the fuck up. You look at the play calling. Look at the play calling. Trash, bro.
And then when they catch the ball, they fumble the ball into the end zone.
Exactly. There's no yards at the catch from our receivers. It's nothing there, bro. It's nothing to work with. Like, any quarterback in the system would probably struggle, bro.
Well, Brian Burns got another sack. I think they put him at 8 on the year.
Yeah, that was Burns and Derek Brown. They was both on it. So it might be a 0.5.
So I mean, again, man, I just caution Panther fans, and you know, this gonna be some of the same shit I repeat, but I caution Panther fans to understand that even next year, even if we have a Hall of Fame offseason, you know, we make all of the right moves, you know, we bring in the right coach, GM, and we make some changes to the roster or overhaul the roster, you're not going to be able to do all of that in one offseason, man. So for next year, all I'm going to be looking for, no matter who comes in, I don't care who comes in, all I'm going to be looking for is progression. I just want to see this team get better until we get to a point, man, where we really ready to contend for an NFC South title. Because what I've learned from this season is that I thought that we was at least at minimum a 7 to 8 win team. If you told me we was only going
We
to win
all
2
did,
games,
bro.
I would have never believed that shit, Doug. I would have never
I would
believed
say
it.
this. The part that makes me upset, Waves, is I live in Texas, so I don't live back home. I don't live back in North Carolina. So all the trips that I've made what, 4 trips back home, and the money I spent on jerseys and all this, and to get the mediocrity and mediocre play that we've gotten, it's like why believe anything? It's like basically you got to show me now. You really got to show me, because it just doesn't make sense where we thought everything was right. And I was gullible as well, thinking, we're a quarterback away. This isn't that. No. Scott Fitter basically hurt this team with the decision-making all the way from first, with him being the GM. He had horrible retention for free agents that we brought in. Think about Hassan Reddick. He said that he didn't want to leave. We didn't re-sign Hassan Reddick. You got Stephon Gilmore, who's a native of the Carolinas, didn't re-sign him. You got Rashad Douglas, that was a great pickup in the middle of the season, didn't re-sign him. So it's like, when I look at it, I should have known better. And that's another reason why Scott Fitter would be fired, because based off of the decisions that he's done, what can you really harken down on? Oh, that should have been a pick 6. Desmond Ridder is trash. Yeah, it's just, for me, I've been mentally checked out since we played Tennessee. I've been mentally checked out.
I've been mentally checked out since the preseason, man.
It's been bad, bro, all season. And like we were saying earlier, bro, we saw the signs of it in preseason. Like when Bryce got toe up, this is his first throw in the NFL in preseason. He got toe up, and that was literally the sum of what the season was going to be. And we saw it right then and there, man. We saw it right then and there. Let me read some of these comments. When we got All Pro Sports, aka AJ, in the building, man. Shout out to AJ, another guy that pulled up that What's Up Doug panel over there, man. If you haven't saw that video, go ahead and check that out by subscribing to What's Up Doug. We had a great time over there. The panel was full. A lot of brilliant minds over there. And once again, y'all, shout out to Waves. Please do subscribe to Life is Just a Life is Just a Waves podcast, man. Y'all forgive me for the stuttering. But yeah, man, shout out to you guys in the chat, man. We got nearly 40 people in the chat. Make sure y'all hit that like button while you guys are here. And once again, subscribe to my guys. I saw a comment that I'm looking for. I'm trying to multitask. I saw a comment. Let me find it real quick. Where you at? He said something about CJ Stroud having a lot of time in the pocket. Let me see if I can find it. Fuck it. Right now, the score is currently 9-0. 9 minutes, 24 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Panthers got the ball on.
Look at this defense, though, man. We done held them to 3 field goals, and we can't put up nothing.
Still can't put up no points. Here you go. I found the comment. He said, Cool Cal said, shut your ass up. This nigga in top 10 for time in the pocket. Y'all are tripping now. We're actually saying the same thing you're saying, man. We're literally saying that CJ Stroud has that system. He has time in the pocket. We're saying the same thing. So, like, take it down a notch. Take it down a notch, bro. He said TMJ side. And TMJ on the field?
I ain't seen him all season.
He's activated. He's activated. I did read that, but I didn't see him on the field. Damn, that was a nice ass kid.
He said, so y'all stick the fact that Bryce is top 10 for time in the pocket. Top 10 for time in the pocket.
Please, right. How?
Not even being funny. Please do drop that link to the source that you seen that from. I really want to see that. Please prove me wrong, because I have not. That is no way he top 10 for time in the pocket. No way in hell.
That's him. You can't be top 10 in the pocket and have the most sack, like you the most sacked quarterback in the NFL. That don't make sense.
That don't make sense at all. Please drop that source, bro.
That
I'm
makes
all
no
ears,
sense.
man.
Are they basically saying?
You tripping now?
Are they basing that off of when he does halftime, which is once every game? Like, I don't know what y'all basing that off.
Honestly, man. Here we go. 1st and 10. Bryce gets rid of it quick. He got DJ Chark for about a 5-yard pass.
Hey, Quan, you see AJ's cut because AJ gonna about to get. I'm about AJ. You better pull up, man.
Hey, if you're gonna go back, look, man, AJ gonna bring it, bro. That's a brilliant.
I know what he's doing though, Quan. That's the reason why he asked that question.
He said, "How do y'all feel about the Panthers going after T. Higgins in free agency?" I'll get a T. Higgins jersey immediately. If we sign T. Higgins, I will get a T. Higgins jersey immediately. I don't give a fuck what his production would be the following season. I'm getting that jersey. I'm a Clemson fan. I like T. Higgins. So if we get T. Higgins, I'm definitely getting that jersey. Let's go, Bryce. Let's go, Bryce. Bryce escaped the pocket. He finally scrambled. He scrambled for a big game. That was a good scramble by Bryce. But
yeah,
he said that's negative type notes. Just my opinion.
I don't know about what he was talking about, man. About about that, man. But you can't, bro. I'm sorry, man. The man has been hit too much this season. This is worse than how much Cam used to get hit, man. You know what I'm saying? Like this,
right.
Like he getting every play somebody is in his face. That's why you got to fire James.
We got a touchdown, but a flag on the play. Real quick, man. I'm about to bring in my guy, All Pro Sports. My guy AJ pulling up to the panel, man. Tell him what's up, AJ.
Man, what's going on with y'all, man? Are y'all doing good?
AJ, I'm about to fire you up today. You about to make me mad today.
Go ahead and talk your shit, AJ.
Man, hold on, bro. Who made that comment about Bryce having top 10 in the pocket?
That's
from Cool Kev 88. Go ahead, get his ass, AJ.
Bro,
get his ass, AJ.
Per PFF, he has 2.4 seconds in the pocket. Per PFF, 2.4 seconds in the pocket. That's the second worst in the NFL to the Washington Commanders with Sam Howell. What are we talking about?
Hey, I'm telling you, if you're gonna talk that shit, you gotta come with the sources, bro. Because
what are we talking about,
shit, bro? Especially AJ. AJ gonna be on that shit, bro.
What are we talking? After today's game, he will be the most sacked quarterback in the league. What are we talking about? And he missed the game this season against the Seahawks.
Exactly.
That's embarrassing. That is embarrassing.
Come on, man. You can't just say, you just can't bring that stat out with no proof, man.
Yeah, came in here. That's just talking with emotions right there. You just saying like top 5 time in the pocket. If we had top 5 time in the pocket, we're looking at a whole different situation, bro.
And we can go by quarters too. We can go by quarters because in the fourth quarter, they are the worst offensive line in the NFL by net rating, by far. Even worse than the Commanders from tackle to tackle.
Damn, y'all. Ike Ekwonu just gave up another pressure. It was a fumble, man. Fumble on Bryce Young's blind side, bro. Ike, again, we talked about Ike Ekwonu at left tackle. You got to do something.
That was worse. That draft pick was worse than Jeff Otah, man.
Damn.
That draft pick was worse than Jeff Otah, man.
I agree, Waves. I agree, bro.
Waves, do you think he can play guard though? Do you really think he can play guard?
I do think he can. I think he can play guard. I do think he can play guard, but he can't play tackle in the NFL, man.
Absolutely.
You got to move him to the interior. You got to.
He's too slow. He's too slow.
Yeah, it's literally, I've seen defenders literally just like coming off the edge, literally pushing this man's head down and getting right past him, or just slapping his hands and getting right past him. But he's easy. He's lunch meat, bro. Like pause, but like they getting past him with ease, bro.
This shit is embarrassing, man.
It is embarrassing, man.
I can't. I ain't even watching the game no more.
I ain't watching the game. I'm watching.
Yeah, Doug watching something else.
I'm watching Red Zone.
Watching something else the whole time.
I can't even. This shit, man. This the crazy part. We don't never end the season with a home game.
No.
This is the way that we come out and play, man. This shit is terrible, boy. I see why Tepper throwing drinks on people. If I was Tepper, I would have threw a fucking drink on somebody too.
Hey, dead ass though, man.
Hey, he need to throw it on himself. He the reason the team in the situation they in.
Honestly, he had his hands on everything. I mean, look at where we at now. I mean, you know what I'm saying, you want to trade all your assets to get this quarterback, and so I get it, but you also been making all the other decisions for this team, and literally as a result, nothing has changed. We only regressed. And this is a guy who's been playing Russian roulette with quarterbacks year after year after year, getting different coaches year after year. When it don't work, you up out of here. I mean, he's just been making bad decisions after bad decisions. So it's just, I mean, if anybody to blame for us losing, it's David Tepper.
Correct. Wait, did you answer that question about T. Higgins?
About who? Say it again.
T. Higgins, did you answer that?
Oh no, I didn't answer that. I mean, listen, man. I think T. Higgins will be a great building point. I think he proved this year that he's hands down the number one wide receiver. If you don't believe it, go back and watch the catches and stuff that he's done over the last few weeks. I think you got to pair him up, with Bryce Young, and he's going to obviously want to be paid like a number one wide receiver, and I think you got to pay it. I think that's
got to.
Like you need somebody like that. Like you need a person that when Bryce is, when we in third and long situations, man, like somebody that that you can just go to that's gonna be there. Like you gotta every contending team right now, and if you really think about it, every contending team right now has that number one option that they know go be there. Like when you in trouble in it. I don't think we have that on the roster right now. Adam Thielen, I mean,
definitely don't. We don't.
He's played well for Carolina Panthers standards. You get what I'm saying? Like, but T. Higgins will be a real good addition to this football team. And honestly, I don't think you stop there. I think you go get a Marquise Brown too.
Yep, like, Hollywood Brown too. Exactly.
Yeah,
hold on, let me ask y'all this, because I was going to ask Waves a two-parter. So if you get T. Higgins, obviously you're going to have Adam Thielen still. You're going to have Jonathan Mingo. You're gonna have ISM. Why do you need a Marquise Brown and you have ISM?
Because you need a field stretcher, man. You need somebody.
So you don't think ISM can really stretch the field?
I mean, I haven't seen it yet. If then again, because maybe this offense ain't set up for him to do so. But
he's got the flashes there.
Yeah, he got the potential.
I say that he led our receivers in preseason with receiving yards before we traded for him.
Yeah, I think he has the potential to be great. You definitely got to keep him around, man. But I also think you need a burner, man. You need somebody, man, that can take the top off. And I don't think we got that on our team.
Yeah, right we now. Definitely don't. And ironically, going into the season, we thought it was gonna be DJ Chark. It's definitely not, man. So, like you said, we need that. We need that over the top guy, and we just don't have it. Now, I'm gonna ask y'all this on the panel and in the chat. I got probably one of the most silly questions I've heard today. My brother asked me. He watched USFL and XFL and stuff, and he asked me, "What do we feel about getting Martavius Bryant coming in here?" And I immediately debunked. I said the same thing. I said, "Hell no." What y'all think about that, man?
How old is Martavius Bryant now?
Like 50 or some shit.
Nah, man, I don't. I mean, I don't. Maybe you sign him to the practice squad or something like that, man. But I don't see Martavius Bryant coming in at this point in his career, being a real threat, man, for what we need, right now.
32. He's 32.
Yeah, so
time go by fast.
Yeah, the time do go by fast, right?
Yeah, time go by fast.
Okay, B almost said Bryant has so much potential. I don't really know the age. Okay.
Weed, man, drugs.
Them drugs.
I mean,
man.
he did.
Stay off the weed.
He did have so much potential, but I mean, he did have a ton of it. But man, again, shit, that fame and that lifestyle, he got to him.
Yeah, facts.
That's like Dez Bryant. A lot of people down here think Dez Bryant can still play.
No.
Your time is done. Your time is done.
He can play in the
Mike
big three.
Said, keep T. Higgins. I don't want him. Justin Jefferson wants out of Minnesota. We're not getting Justin Jefferson. I can
Justin Jefferson
hell no.
We're not getting
Justin Jefferson. Justin Jefferson does not want out.
Yeah, that's a
he's
lie.
not going nowhere, man. He's not going nowhere, man. But yeah, Higgins is going to be available. You got to make that move. especially with us needing that position. We got to make a move for T. Higgins. I don't care what it's gonna take. We got a hell of a cap space. Go make a bid, bro. Go get him.
Yeah, and I still think you got to draft a wide receiver, another wide receiver too, man. Because what I'm saying is this, like, you know, I seen PFF mock draft came out recently, and they had us taking Igbuka from Ohio State. You know, the wide receiver that was number
Just
2.
talking about Mecca Ibuka. Yep.
Yeah, they had us taking him, man. Which, you know, I'm not necessarily against that because, to me, man, if you really think about it, guys. We don't necessarily to me on the defensive side of the ball, we can afford to not go after defense, you know, right now. Like literally because you still got Derek Brown under contract, you know, JC Horn, you know, you can throw the 5th year option on him after this season. You know, you can throw the 5th year option on him after this season. And, you know, even with Brian Burns, I mean, if you do, I think he's going to be on the roster, but, you know, you can franchise tag him. And to me, those are your 3 cornerstone pieces on the defensive side anyway, right? So, and the defense was a top 3 unit, you know, even with not having another DN opposite of Brian Burns. So I'm not worried about the defensive side of the ball right now. Like, to me, you got to protect your investment. And your investment was what you gave up to give Bryce Young. You know what I'm saying? You got to find a way to protect him. You got to move Equanu, man, into the interior, allow him to play guard. Brady Christensen will be back healthy next year. You need him back ASAP as well. You got to go sign at least 1 or 2 premier tackle and a premier guard. You may even got to think about replacing the center, man, because Bozeman to me is not it. I'm not a believer in Bradley Bozeman. I think he's, you know, more overhyped than what he's led on to be.
He's regressed, man.
Yeah, and then on top of this, y'all might disagree. You got to fire James Campen too, man, because
we've been banging the table for that shit.
Yeah, you got to fire Campen because the way that he's allowed this offensive line to digress in 1 year, man, like you got to get rid of him too. So, you know, to me, the priority this offseason is protecting Bryce and getting Bryce weapons. That's the priority to me.
Absolutely. That's the main priority. That should be the main priority from this whoever GM we get in here. So I agree, man. We gotta build around him. Again, this is your franchise quarterback. Whether you like him or not, as fans, it's not up to us. It's not up to us. They gotta build around him, especially if you want to see the team win. Because I know everybody tired of seeing us fucking losing. So we gotta build what we got, and that's Bryce Young as our future quarterback. My guy Fade is in the building, man. What's good?
Yes, sir. What's up? What's up?
What up?
Hey, I just had to ask you. You think Scott Fitterer gets fired?
He's gonna get fired. I just don't know when.
It's gonna happen. I think it's gonna happen.
It's gonna happen Monday,
February.
Or did
February too late?
Quan? Yeah, that would be a little too late.
Oh, okay.
Black Monday is here, but you know what I'm saying. I was gonna say, you think he brought in a firm to help out Scott Fitterer? Because I know David Tepper likes Scott.
No,
that's a given.
If he retains Scott, you can't do that. You just can't do that with the personnel that he's brought in and everything. You just can't do that.
I mean, he brought in how many personnel?
What you mean?
Was Scott Fitterer in the building? How many personnel did he bring in?
He's brought everybody in since what, the last three or 4 years?
Yeah.
He hasn't fired him yet.
Scott Fitterer will be fired this week, man. He's not even gonna make it out of the
week. I'm hoping
week.
Tomorrow.
I mean, it's Black Monday, bro.
He's not. He's not. It's already been reported, man. You know, you know, Adam Schefter reported that, you know, the expectations that he is going to be fired. I think whoever comes in as the coach, Tepper's either going to give that coach GM abilities, or he's going to hire the coach first and allow the coach to help with figure out what GM. Which, if it is Ben Johnson's, which all signs are pointing to Ben Johnson right now.
I think Ben Johnson is staying in. He's staying in Detroit, bro.
Nah,
he's staying what?
Nah,
Ben Johnson is staying in Detroit.
No, he's not. There's no way.
He's the hottest, one of the hottest head coaching tenures on the market right now.
No, he's fine with the Lions right now.
He's gonna be
fine.
Coach, man.
I'm sure he's fine with the Lions. I'll say that.
Yeah,
If
but
anything,
I mean, hey,
Tepper
at some point
messed
you gotta
up.
upgrade. You know what I'm saying? You gotta move up.
No, Tepper messed up when say he's gonna throw the bag at Ben Johnson.
But how did he mess up though?
Because now everybody's gonna want the bag if Ben Johnson says no.
Hey, if they want
But
to
I
go
don't
to a bidding
okay,
war
so
with Tepper, I'm with it. I'm with it. If they want to go to a bid war with Tepper, I'm with it, man. I think Tepper wins that one.
Yeah, I'm gonna take Tep every time in the bidding
Yeah.
war.
now I
Exactly.
would say this, but do you guys really know the background about Ben Johnson? He's a Carolina
Yes.
man.
Oh yeah, he was a
Yes,
walk on at
yep.
UNC.
And I'm a Tar Heel. That's the reason that I mean he wants to come back home. He wants to
Yeah,
come back home. So
But
Faye,
is he gonna want to come back home here?
man.
This
Listen,
particular moment.
they've already said that there's like Ben Johnson is open to the idea. Diana Rossini, who to me, Diana Rossini has been probably the best reporter.
She's legit.
Oh,
She's legit.
bruh, she's been the best reporter over the last 4 to 5 months out there, bruh. Like I'm not even gonna lie. She has been on when you're talking about a source. Diana Rossini has been eating the Carolina Panther news up, bruh. She really has. So much shout out to Diana Rossini.
well, I will say this, Waze. I will say this real quick. I live in Texas. You know they had the owners meetings here, and they actually had it on camera where I didn't know who he was talking to until it got reported. Obviously, David Tipper was talking to Jerry Jones. It was Jerry Jones and
Ben Johnson's agent.
no, it was Ben Johnson's agent. But who's Washington's owner now? Not the one that's with the
Jason, it's like Jason Harris or something
yeah,
like that.
he was talking. They were all three in a circle, and I'm thinking, like, owners are just talking. But later that night, it came out, which I want to know who found out that he was actually talking to Ben Johnson's agent when he was down here. So again, David Tipper's doing the work that he needs to figure out the interest of Ben Johnson, and I think Ben Johnson had interest before. Now I think the time is right. I think the time is right. And people also have to remember, we didn't have the number 1 pick when we interviewed Ben Johnson. We still had the number 9th pick.
Hey, y'all, get this, man. We got a new stat that just came in. There's been no team in the National Football League to be shut out back-to-back since the Cleveland Browns in 2008. We are now the new Cleveland Browns, y'all.
We're not getting shut out. I will say that.
Damn, bro.
Yeah, it's terrible in Carolina, man.
It is.
I mean, it is bad, but we're not gonna get
Yeah.
shut out. I'll say that.
It's
All right,
terrible.
the
here,
game
man.
over. They're taking a knee, man. They're taking a knee. The game over.
Yeah. Well, Panther fan, I'm about to get up out of here, Uncle Quan, man. I got to get ready for mine, but
Hey, shout out the channel again, Wade.
Shout out to the channel, man. Let them know
yeah,
what
man.
you're
Life is just a way podcast. You know what I'm saying? I warn Panther fans, man. If I keep it real, man. I'm really about this team, and the reason that it is, man, is that I've grown up with this team. This team is like my brother. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm from Charlotte. I've lived here just like my boy Quan, and I've seen a lot of bad football here. So until things turn around in Carolina, fellas, y'all go here. Don't subscribe to my channel, man, if y'all don't want to hear this. Because I'm keeping it a stack. I got to, man, because I've been getting, a lot of people, they say I'm hard on the team, man, but
They need to hear that shit, Waves. They need to hear
like I'm just tired of it, man. Like, my kid's about to be grown, bro, and the Panthers still ain't winning. Like, it's crazy, man. It don't make no sense.
Hey, Waves, can I ask you something?
Yeah, go ahead.
Well, why'd you delete me, bro?
I didn't delete you.
Nah, Faye, you can't do that one, man.
I gotta ask. I've been trying.
You,
I'm on everybody's stuff.
Fade, I didn't delete you, man. I don't block no goddamn body, bro. I could care less what the fuck you talking about on the hell. That's my shit. If I don't want to hear it, man, I just get you the fuck off the channel.
I understand that, but I can't even see you no more, bro. I can't even see you.
Nobody. But I'll look into that though, Fade. You know what I'm saying? I'll look into that.
All right.
Yes, sir, man. Hey, Waves, again, bro. I
you,
appreciate you pulling up, man. Hey,
Yes,
big
sir,
love,
Waves.
bro.
Appreciate
Big
you,
love.
fam.
Yeah, hey, I want to say one more thing. Quan, hey, listen, everybody out here, bro, this man is one of the most genuine Carolina Panther, man. Podcasters out here doing it, man. Love the content, everything that you're doing, bro. Killing
Big
the
love,
short
man.
game, killing the lives, killing the videos, man. Hey, we're gonna have to get together and do a mock draft or something, man.
Oh yeah, we were just talking about the mock draft, bro. So we'll definitely be in touch with you, bro. Definitely.
Definitely. All right, then, Doug, holler at y'all, man. Y'all be easy.
All right,
All right,
enjoy
yes,
the rest
sir.
of your
Yeah,
Sunday,
you
man.
too.
All right, with that being said, fam, I'm about to enjoy some good football. Get the fuck up out of here. That
What you
concludes
about to watch now,
the
Quan?
Carolina Panthers 2023 NFL season. It is finally over, y'all. The suffering is over. We got a lot coming out in this offseason, but in the meantime, again, I am going to enjoy some good football. Tampa Bay Buccaneers just clinched the NFC South with a 9-0 score. Shit bowl game. I mean, I ain't really got much to go off of that, man. I'm ready to get the fuck up out of here. I'm ready to drink, get to attending to my peoples, and we're gonna have watch some good football, man. But again, I appreciate y'all pulling up, man. We had like over 40 people pulling up and pulling in and out of the chat. So hey, big love to you guys, man. It's been fun this season. Again, this is not the end. This is just the last game of the season. That's it. We will be back, so y'all stay tuned. If you ain't subscribed to What's Up, Doug, if you ain't subscribed to Life's Just a Wave podcast, we had 704 Charlotte Bound show pull up to the chat as well. Subscribe to these Panthers content creators, man, because it's going to be a lot of topics this offseason. And you're going to have a lot of different brilliant brains, a lot of different opinions. So go ahead and pick the brains of each podcast, man. Just show some love. And again, tell them Uncle Quan sent you, man. So we about to be up out of here. Doug, you got your last words to the people?
Better days are coming. I don't know if people know that song, but better days are coming. But like Quan said, it's going to be a very enjoyable all season from Uncle Quan and myself. We're going to try to give you guys different things that we didn't give you in 2023. Your boy will definitely be back home when training camp. I'm gonna try to do back-to-back days with Quan. I haven't told him that, but I'm gonna try to do back-to-back days. But again, we definitely appreciate everybody in 2023. We just kicking out 2024 with the Panthers experience. Definitely stay tuned. Definitely had a notification bell on for Quan. Also for myself. Again, we appreciate all the love and support from everybody from both communities, even the ones that haven't subscribed. Just hit the subscribe button for us. That's all we ask. We're not going to ask for any cash apps or anything. If you send us something, we'll definitely shout out. We definitely appreciate it. So again, hope everybody has a good start of the week. And like I said, definitely stay tuned for some good content coming during the off season.
Yes, sir. We up out of here, man. Y'all stay tuned. Hit that notification bell if you haven't already. As always, stay true to yourself. Keep being you. Follow those dreams and turn those dreams into goals and go get it, fam. Love you guys. See you next time.